Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday evening to you, and welcome to VypeFortBend.com coverage of Fort Bend County High School sports. Tonight we have football. It's the Bush Broncos and the Travis Tigers, both undefeated in District 26A, taking each other on in a Saturday night brawl, and it's a battle of teams with contrasting styles, which we'll get into a little bit on the Countdown to Kickoff show, which is coming your way next. VypeFortBend.com broadcasts of Fort Bend County High School sports are brought to you by Xfinity, the future of awesome. And by First Tire Automotive. Make sure your vehicles are in shape for the fall. First Tire and Automotive has 4 great locations, including First Colony, Greatwood, Katy Cinco Ranch, and on Eldridge Road in Sugar Land. All of those locations are open Monday through Saturday. For the best prices on tires, go to firsttireandauto.com. By Nick's Italian Restaurant on FM 1464 in Sugar Land, just a few hundred feet north of Austin High School. At Nick's Italian Restaurant, their family gets bigger every time you stop by. By Archer Volkswagen on the southbound side of Highway 59, just inside the Sam Houston Tollway. Open since 1956 and ready to serve you. You'll feel like family at Archer Volkswagen. By the Needville Insurance Agency. Bradley Stavanaugh and his team are your hometown trusted agents. Sure, Flo is funny, the gecko is cute, but they won't have the best rate for you unless it's the one you get from Bradley Stavanaugh at the Needville Insurance Agency. So call him at 979-793-7411, or you can visit needvilleinsurance.com. You don't have to go to Needville to get the best rate, and you will find it with Bradley Stavanaugh and the Needville Insurance Agency. We're also brought to you by Office Depot in Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace, taking care of business every day so VypeFortBend.com can bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. Roger Smith with you, excited to bring you the game between Travis and Bush. It's not a homecoming game, but there is something unusual about it, and we'll let you know before we get it kicked off. The Countdown to Kickoff show is coming up next on VypeFortBend.com.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is the 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows, free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through October 11th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
We're the Travis cheerleaders, and don't say we didn't warn you. Don't get into the cage with the Tigers on Saturday night. Coach Sism is next on the Countdown to Kickoff show. Go Tigers! Let's go Tigers! Let's go Tigers!
Hi, this is Mariela
and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
All right, good Saturday night to you. It's time for the Countdown to Kickoff show. It's a big district game, even though we're in week 7, Coach Sisson?
Yes, sir.
All right, that is week 7, and the Bush Broncos didn't look so great in pre-district, but they have certainly sat up very well in what people thought was the coffin, and they are they're looking like they could be a possible playoff contender. And the Travis Tigers are the Travis Tigers. Trey Sissom, head coach, are you pleased with what your team has shown you thus far in the 5 games that you've played?
I think so. We're excited about where we're at. Obviously, we had a great game last week against George Ranch that our kids played really well in. We're going to have that same kind of effort and that same kind of execution tonight to beat a talented Bush team. It's a big rivalry for us. Our kids know each other, so we know we're going to get their best effort, and we got to give our best effort to get a win tonight too.
I know it's a week later, and you got to kind of shed whatever happened last week and look ahead to this week. But I just have to ask you, at the end of that game against George Ranch, one of the more dramatic ones I've seen in a while, and you got the pick at the end to finally seal the victory, can you describe the feelings that were going on inside as we came up to that final play?
Yeah, it's kind of funny because it was one of those games that's back and forth, and we made some huge plays on defense all night. We had 4 interceptions on the night, and but then we'd also given up 4 big plays too the other way. So having Israel Akalabi really make that interception to seal the win, it's kind of that moment to exhale, kind of catch your breath, and my blood pressure finally comes down. But it was exciting for all of our kids. It was huge to get us to stay 2-0 in district and get a leg up in the district standings, and hopefully kind of propel us tonight to another win against Bush.
I believe it was the great Winston Churchill who said, "There is nothing on this earth so exhilarating as to be shot at and missed," and that's probably how you felt.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and I got to give credit to George Ranch because they fought the entire night. We knew it was going to be a tough game, and it's one of those things. Our kids really responded. We played a tough non-district like what you were saying with Bush, and we took our lumps early, but our young kids have finally grown up a little bit, and our seniors, Anthony and Joku, are quarterbacks, playing really well now in district play and kind of leading us on offense. And defensively, we're kind of nicked up, and we have some kids that are playing, different spots now, but we think if we get a good effort tonight, we have a good chance of beating Bush.
And speaking of defensively, the Bush Broncos play a certain brand of football. They like to hit you and hit you hard. There's not that much that's complicated about the way they approach the game. Does it make it any easier to study up on Bush, knowing that they're fairly basic? They just do what they do and do it very well and with force.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing for us against Coach Aldridge's team is that we know they're going to play extremely hard. They're really, really talented. They're fast to the football, and that's the hardest thing for us to replicate in practice because, scheme-wise, you can put kids in the right spot and have them do these things, but they don't run nearly as fast and they don't hit you nearly as hard on a Tuesday as you're going to get on a Saturday night. And, that's the big onus we put on our kids. We got to play fast. We got to play physical. We got to match that intensity tonight that Bush is going to bring. And if we do that, we think with the kids that we have, we got a good chance.
And win or lose against Bush, you're probably going to need an ice bath the next day. So I'm sure you'll have your training staff get the ice machine humming.
Absolutely. It's kind of crazy. We've got 3 straight Saturday games in a row. So, Monday being a student holiday may be one of those days where we get to kind of lick our wounds a little bit and heal up as much as anything as opposed to getting ready for whoever we're playing next week. But we definitely know it's going to be a tough physical game, and we just hope that, God willing, we'll come out with a victory.
All right. That's Trey Sissom, head coach of Travis, and they'll take on Bush momentarily. But first, we have to have our visit with Coach Aldridge. That's coming up on the Countdown to Kickoff show on VypeFortBend.com.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Welcome back to our Countdown to Kickoff show as it's Travis and Bush here on Saturday night on VypeFortBend.com. Here to introduce himself and the rest of the officiating crew is our referee.
My name is Rudy Guerrero. My umpire is Tony Grassi. My head linesman is Michael Paul. Line judge is Bruce Bolinger. My field judge is Travis Watson. Side judge is Jerry Caldwell. And my back judge is
Is he the guy right over there?
He's the guy right over there. Yeah, Mickey Bear.
All right, thank you, Mr. Guerrero. Appreciate it very much. Have a good game tonight. I think we've got great weather and a great matchup.
Thank you very much.
We shall return on the Countdown to Kickoff show. VypeFortBend.com. Roger Smith with you, and I'm flying solo. I hope you don't get tired of the sound of my voice.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
We're the Bronco cheerleaders, and we have the horses to beat Travis. Coach Aldridge is next on the Countdown to Kickoff show. Go Bush! Beat the Tigers!
First Iron Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firstironauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Iron Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firstironauto.com.
Welcome back to the Countdown to Kickoff show, and it's a beautiful Saturday night, and here he is, Mr. Saturday Night, Alan Aldridge, head coach of the Bush Broncos, and I kind of like to ask about people's Saturday routine, so I already know that you woke up at about 9, so how soon did you start getting going, and when does the team have to go to Bush High School to get ready for a 6 o'clock game?
Well, I actually woke up around 6. I just didn't get out of the bed until 9. Just kind of looked at some film, on my phone, stayed in the bed, got up around 9, out of the bed around 9, got dressed and went on to the field house. But the kids, we usually tell them to get up there around 12:30, 1 o'clock, just so they can get up there and relax and get away from everything.
Well, it looks to me like in your district games, your team has found a way to control the game. And this seems like one of those games where it'll be very important. If I see your team score first, then you get a stop, and you can kind of establish that running game, keep it going, and keep the Travis offense off the field. I think you'll be in good shape. So is there any key to getting control of the dictating the tempo?
Like you said, we want to, control the game with a balanced run, scheme. Obviously, we're going to pass also, but, we're going to live and die by the run. Just try to do our best to keep their offense off the field and give our defense a lot of rest.
I think you're way too young to remember this old game show called, I can't remember the name of it, but they would say at the end of the show, will the real fill in the blank please stand up? They had this panel. You're supposed to ask them questions and figure out who the person is that fits this description. And I'm kind of wondering about the Travis Tigers. I mean, they've been so dominant on offense in past seasons. They've shown a little bit of this. How would you characterize the Travis Tigers this year from what you've scouted?
They look like Travis, to me. I mean, they're playing. They had a slow start to the season, but it seems like every game they're improving every single week. So they have a high standard, and I know Coach Sism has a high standard over there, and they're playing up to it.
All right. Well, thanks very much for being with us, and we're looking forward to one of those rock'em sock'em games. It'll be great for a fan. It'll be great for a player, but there's going to be a lot of pain. I have a feeling that this will be a hard-hitting football game. So good luck. Hope everybody on both teams, survives it and can finish the game.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. That's it. Alan Aldridge wraps up our Countdown to Kickoff show, and we're about ready to get this thing underway under beautiful clear skies here at Hall Stadium. It'll be a warm evening, and it'll be hot action on the field. This is VypeFortBend.com, and our coverage is brought to you tonight by Xfinity, the future of awesome, by First Tire and Automotive, Nick's Italian Restaurant in Sugar Land on FM 1464, just a few hundred feet north of Austin High School, by the Needville Insurance Agency, And we're also brought to you by Archer Volkswagen. You will feel like family when you're at Archer Volkswagen, just inside the Sam Houston Tollway on the southbound side of the Southwest Freeway. Don't go away. We'll be back to kick it off from Hall Stadium.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
Hi, this is Mariela
and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
All right, everybody's in the middle of the field, meaning everybody like the captains and the referee, Rudy Guerrero. And Mr. Guerrero let us know that Travis won the toss, but they deferred to the second half, and it'll be the Bush Broncos who will receive to start this football game. Bush is the home team in the all navy blue uniforms with the white numerals and the white helmets, and they have the word Broncos in orange across the front of their jerseys. The Travis Tigers looking like they're in a road game playing for the Ohio State Buckeyes with the silver helmets, white jerseys with the dark gray numerals, and the scarlet pants. And we have a bright sunny sky here at Hall Stadium. By the way, all the way across the top of the home side stands, you have 10 Bush Broncos flags that are flapping in the breeze. And pretty soon we're going to have us a beautiful evening when the sun goes down.
All right, fans, stand to your feet, put your hands together, and let's play some football.
And that is Todd Harris, my good friend and a coach at Sugarland Middle School, and he tells everybody to get on their feet. We have a fairly small crowd at this point, but there's, I guess, a good chance that we have some people who will be late arriving. Antonio Rubio is going to kick it off for the Travis Tigers. He has a very strong leg indeed. Deep is Michael Omodia for Bush, and also D'Antonio Hackworth, a couple of very gifted athletes. We are ready to rock as Travis, with a slight wind in the face of Antonio Rubio, will kick it off from left to right. That is, they will defend the north goal. And here we go. Kick in the air, and the wind just knocks it down. And so it's going to be Omodia from the 6-yard line up between the hash marks. Hit early, down at the 16. Great hustle down the field. Parker Reed knocked him down, and they will start. The Bush Broncos will. Let's say it's the 16-yard line with a 1st and 10 right in the middle of the field.
For the Broncos.
So both of these teams are undefeated in their district games. And I believe both of them had the same week off, which was the first week of district play for just about everyone else. But they have run the table to this point, so this will be a huge game as far as the outcome deciding who is going to go to the playoffs. And they start with a running game. It is Nelvins Borgella running hard off the left tackle. And Bush likes to run the football hard between tackles. Getting up off the bottom of the pile, it's Josh Shimon who made the tackle.
For the Broncos. 31 with the tackle. Brings up second down.
Second down and 7 for the Broncos, who really like to pound the rock. They do throw the football, and they have been throwing it. It seems to me a little bit more incrementally each week. There's their quarterback, Hilder. Hilder throws on a quick slant. He was trying to get it to Jamon Cooley. He slid down to try and make the catch. It was a little bit behind him, and he was kind of looking back into the sun. And speaking of weather, here in Missouri City at game time, it is 88 degrees. Tyler Hilder, senior quarterback, wears number 7, does not throw the ball all that often. He's got Aaron Valentine, Jamon Cooley, and also Raheem Mercurius over there on the right side of the formation. Hilder with time to throw, near sideline, putting it up, and it's over the head of his intended receiver, Adrian Cormier. Right there with him, stride to stride, Ashton Oliphant of the Travis Tigers. And do we have a flag? I think we do have a flag, and it's going to be for pass interference more than likely, although one official might be telling the ref, Rudy Guerrero, that it was not catchable. Hear what he says. Okay, so it's not pass interference. It is holding against the sophomore linebacker Thomason Olorunfemi. And defensive holding is always an automatic first down. So that moves, it'll move the sticks for the Bush Broncos, and the ball is now out to the 30-yard line. So a new lease on life, a fresh set of downs, 2 receivers to either side of the formation. It's a pistol formation with Cormier behind Hilder, and he takes the handoff and he goes off left tackle, and he drags a Travis tackler all the way forward for an 8-yard gain to the 38. And that was Josh Shimon who had a hold of him, but nobody else had arrived to help. So now it's going to be 2nd down and 2, and you can kind of open up the playbook a little bit. Some coaches that are very confident in their running game will decide to waste one deep, maybe run a play action pass and throw it deep. Cooley and Valentine on the right side of the formation. Hilder's just going to hand it off inside, up the middle, and it's a run for a first down, a 3-yard pickup to the 41. 4th play of the drive, that's a first down. Yes, that's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. Raheem Mercurius, like that name. Mercurius goes into the huddle with a messaged play from the Bush offensive coordinator. That's Christopher Maple. They go back out there in the pistol formation. Only 3 wide receivers in the pattern, still a pistol formation. And a turnaround and a handoff, hit in the backfield, and a loss of a couple of yards. Adrian Cormier could not get untracked. Slashing through Parker Reed, who made a great tackle on the opening kickoff. Gets a tackle for loss right there. We are just underway, no score at Hall Stadium. The Bush Broncos taking on the Travis Tigers, and if you're listening tonight and you figure something is missing, well, that something is the bands. Both of the school's bands had other commitments, and so because of that, we're not going to have any music other than the recorded variety. There goes Cormier in motion. Hilder drops back, and there was a whistle before the snap, and that's probably going to be a false start on Bush. In fact, it is. By the way, tonight's Family Connection, served up by Nick's Italian Restaurant, is Assistant Athletic Director Deb Mize. I learned before the game from Ms. Mize, that we also call Coach Mize because she was so long the Hightower Hurricanes girls basketball coach. She is the aunt of a player currently with the Clements Rangers, that being Michael Kazmervis, and his older brother David Kazmervis, who played a couple of varsity seasons with the Rangers and is now a walk-on at Stanford. Not only a walk-on at Stanford, he's on the travel team. Great job, David Kazmervis. So after the 5-yard penalty, Hilder is going to throw over the middle, and the pass is intercepted by Travis. It's Dominic Njoku, and he's dropped at the 42-yard line. Nice job by Michael Amodia to tackle him right there. But after getting 4 interceptions last week against George Ranch, the Tigers pick one off right here.
From the 44-yard line.
So Travis will take over at their own 43-yard line. In the first quarter, we have 9:05 to go. And Dominic Njoku just intercepted a pass, and his brother Anthony is in the spread formation on 1st and 10. Bush jumped off sides. It's a free play. Njoku near side, putting it up, and the ball is underthrown as Njoku was throwing into a stiff wind and he tried to reach Robert Sims. Couldn't, but it was good coverage on the play by Bush. They always seem to have good guys in the secondary, and Jedediah Aduna made the tackle, but it'll be offsides against the Broncos, and it'll set up a first down and 5. Travis last week with an incredible heart-stopper win, 33-29 over George Ranch. Njoku steps up with some instructions for his offensive line. Jamison Singletary is his setback. There's the snap, give up the middle, Singletary, and he picks up, I'd say 3 yards, jumps across the midfield stripe and takes it to the 49 of Bush.
Number 22, Singletary, the ball carrier for the Tigers. Brings up second down.
Now the Tigers playing pretty quickly here, not huddling. They have 3 receivers on the near side. Most of the field is covered in shade. Njoku looks over to the right before taking the snap. Drops straight back, trying to set up the screen, and he's belted and dropped back at his 41-yard line. Look out. Bryce McDonald came through completely unblocked. Safety blitz from the left side, and down goes Njoku, and his shoe came off. He is slipping. Oh, well, wait a minute. Hold on. That's not going to count. You know why it won't count? Because the Bush Broncos were offside. Well, no wonder they got back there in the pocket. We're in Njoku's face so quickly. And that gives these Tigers a first down. Advances the ball to the 44-yard line of Bush. Did I mention it was 86 degrees at kickoff? I think I did. From the left hash, moving left to right, are the Travis Tigers. Njoku tried to draw the offsides as he clapped his hands together. Still 10 on the play clock. Now he takes the snap, drops straight back, far sideline, rainbow toward the end zone, and it's incomplete. Travis coaches wanting pass interference, but they're not going to get the call that they desire. Paul Omodia is there on the coverage.
Is incomplete. Brings up.
And there is yet another, our second family connection served up by Nick's Italian Restaurant. It's Michael and Paul Omodia, brothers on the Bush team. Nick's Italian Restaurant. Their family gets bigger every time you stop by. Second down and 10 after the incomplete pass, and Njoku hands it off to Singletary. Straight up the middle he goes. It's always tough running against Bush. And there to plug the hole is their number 50, and I don't have a number 50 on my roster, as fate would have it. It might be Abdul Mojid Olanayan. But I do know that Braylon James Green got a piece of the tackle. Here comes the 4th play of the drive, and it is 3rd down and 8 after a 2-yard pickup on that last play. Njoku in sunlight. Most of his teammates are in shade. He drops back, gets a quick release, and the slant pattern pass is too high. He tried to get it to Gabriel Van Wyck. He was well covered by Antonio Hackworth. And so that'll set up a punting situation. And the very strong-legged Antonio Rubio will step out. Antonio Hackworth back in deep safety for the Broncos, and he's counting players to make sure his team is legal and not understaffed. Rubio rubbing his hands together, now waiting for the snap. Sam Kinnick gives him a perfect one. Up in the air goes the punt, and Hackworth just looks at it, and it bounces twice and then into the end zone. Touchback. It'll come out to the 20. We'll take a quick break. This is VypeFortBend.com. No score. 7:19 to go in the first. Travis and Bush.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
I'm sorry, I forgot to turn myself back on. I'm back. Okay, so on the first play, of the series. The Bush Broncos are the beneficiaries of an encroachment penalty against Travis. So we've got 7:19 to go in the first quarter. No score. That's kind of like Bush likes it. They like low-scoring defensive battles. Hilder's going to throw it, and he throws it out into the flat, and this is going to be a tackle for loss. Actually, because of a great effort by Adrian Cormier, he gets back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he gains 1 yard. So that could have been second down and 8 coming, but instead it's just second down and 4 because of a great effort by Adrian Cormier.
Brings up second down.
Bush doesn't play too fast. They don't keep that fast pace and go no huddle all the time. They usually get together and call the play the traditional way, 2 receivers to either side of the formation. Hilder hands it off to Cormier, a counter play off left tackle, makes a couple of moves, fighting. He got to the 30. He's going to have the first down. That is a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. Ashton Oliphant in on the tackle for your Travis Tigers.
Number 2, Cromer, your ball carrier for the Broncos, is good enough for a first down.
So Travis got that very hard-fought win over George Ranch last week and had plenty of time to prepare for this ball game. Bush beat Austin. Now they run it to the left, and it's a new ball carrier this time. It is number 1. Not on the roster. Well, I sure hope that I hear from the PA man who the ball carrier was. If not, I'm going to have to wait until halftime when the Bush coaches go running by, and I'll ask them who number 1 is and also who number 50 is. I apologize to the player, his family, his girlfriend, his homies, everybody. Cormier back in there. No, it's Mystery Man, number 1, up the middle, across the 40 to the 41-yard line. And he picked up the first down. He needed 1, and he got 2. That moves the sticks. It's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. There's a little bit of wind here tonight, but it appears to be a crosswind that for the Bush offense is blowing from their right to their left. Be with us next week. We've got Kempner and Hightower Thursday night, Marshall and Willow Ridge on Friday, and Clements against Travis at 6 o'clock. Hilder to throw. It's a quick pop pass. Just a 3-yard catch. A little turnaround as he got to Jamon Cooley.
Brings up second down.
Bush likes to control the clock, and they have done pretty well thus far. They've had the ball for more than 2 minutes as they have covered 25 yards. Hilder trots over to the sideline, gets the play, goes back to the huddle. As shadows have now almost completely covered the field at Hall Stadium. Hilder goes over to one of his slot receivers, Alan Aldridge III, and says something to him. And Hilder looks that way. Now it's a quarterback draw. He runs across the 50, hits an official, takes out the umpire, and carries it to the 47-yard line.
Quarterback key by number 7, Heisler. Good enough for a Broncos.
Credit Israel Akinlabi with the tackle, but a little assistance from the umpire, the official who lines up behind the linebackers, and he did pop up. He seems like he is just fine. Pistol formation, and now I see that Cormier is back in there. Turn around and a handoff. Straight up the middle goes Cormier, running tough. And he ends up getting more yardage. That first down carry is good for 6.
Number 2, Cromer on the run for
Ashton
Broncos.
Oliphant with the tackle for the Tigers.
30, Shipman. Brings up second down.
And the clock is down to just over 3.5 minutes left in quarter number 1. And Bush has the kind of pace that they like, and they want to keep the Travis defense out there for a long, long time. A lot of plays. Hilder drops back. They protect him well. Now he steps up. He's hit. The ball is loose. Bug on the rug, and Travis gets the second turnover of the night. Who got it? How about that? It's Ashton Oliphant. Look what he found. Hilder was hit from behind, and the ball squirted out, and that possession, which lasted 8 plays, is now over.
Brings up the Tigers, first down.
So Travis will have it at their own 42. .3:14 to go in the half. So it's been mostly Bush offense, but they haven't been able to finish drives. They've turned it over twice, once on an interception and then on the fumble. Anthony Njoku hands it off to Singletary, fighting hard, and he kind of somersaults over a tackler and gains 4. Bryce McDonald made that play. Second down and 6, Travis, from their own 46-yard line. Empty backfield for Njoku. Throws it out in the flat. Couple of moves made and an advancement across midfield to the 48 of Bush as he got the ball into the hands of Robert Sims.
Pass complete to number 4, Sims. Number 4, McDonald with the tackle.
There is a cousin connection between Robert Sims and former Tiger Steven Sims, who now plays in the NFL. That is one of tonight's family connections served up by Nick's Italian Restaurant. Nick's Italian Restaurant, their family gets bigger every time you stop by. So it's now 3rd down and 2. Njoku with the play clock at 10, still looking over at the bench. And he gets Singletary to move from the right of the quarterback to the left. Play clock down to 4. Now he snaps it. Fake handoff to Singletary, and there goes Njoku up the middle, and he picks up the first down to the 40-yard line. 9-yard gain by Anthony.
Carried by number 2, Njoku. Good enough for a Tiger first down.
And we go to a lot of Bush basketball games and broadcast them every year, and the Bush crowd at basketball games likes to say D up, and I heard somebody saying D up in the stands. From the 40-yard line, 1st and 10, Travis Njoku drops back, sets up the screen, and it's not going to work for much. Sniffing it out beautifully. Cutting down Sims was the other number 4, Bryce McDonald. There is a flag on the play, however. We'll see what it's for. Rudy Guerrero.
Personal foul. Defense, number 10, roughing quarterback. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Okay, well, you heard Mr. Guerrero. It is roughing the passer. So that's a 15-yard penalty, adding 15 yards to the end of the play, and now the ball is at the 25 as we get to a minute and a half left in the first quarter. Njoku barks out the signals. 2 receivers on his left, 1 on his right. That's Van Wyck. Play clock now down to 10. Looks back at the bench. Gets 1 more hand signal. Now I think the Tigers are ready to go. Here's the snap. Njoku is protected. Climbs up in the pocket. Throws for the end zone. And it's just too long. Just a tad out of the reach of his intended receiver, Carmelo Ratliff, the freshman. Xfinity is the future of awesome, and we know that Carmelo Ratliff, just a freshman, has an awesome future for the Travis Tigers.
Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10 from the 25-yard line as Travis makes some substitutions. Into the game comes son of the head coach, Drew Sissom, and also Nefemi Rufai, sophomore receiver. 3 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. The 2 who just entered the game. Empty backfield for Njoku. Claps his hands together and releases it quickly over the middle, looking for Sissom. Incomplete. Chandler Davis there on the coverage for the Broncos.
Pass intended for number 18, Sissom, is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
So it's 3rd down and 10 from the 25-yard line. And the good news for Travis is, let's say they throw incomplete again on 3rd down. They've got Antonio Rubio, who is usually capable of making one pretty easily from a distance of 42 yards, which is what it would be if we have the same line of scrimmage on a 4th down situation, but there is a crosswind. There goes a man in motion, and Njoku drops back. A pass rusher leaks through. The second one gets his hands on him and drops him. Bryce McDonald credited with a sack. So not only did they not keep the ball at the 25-yard line, it's a 4-yard loss to the 29, and we'll see if they send out Antonio Rubio.
Brings up 4th down.
It's a wind that seems to be shifting a little bit in the faces of the Tigers here on this drive. And sometimes it seems to be blowing from their left to their right. And they're just going to go for it on 4th down and 14. Njoku takes the snap, drops back, they protect him, fires it near the hash mark on the far side, and it is an interception by Bush. It's D'Antonio Hackworth, back to the 30, makes a move, 40, and he's hit by an offensive lineman and thrown back. D'Antonio Hackworth with a great interception return. I believe Njoku either had the ball slip out of his hand or it was simply a matter of him getting hit while he threw. But Dylan Kenny, by the way, what a great closing pitcher Dylan Kenny is on the Tiger baseball team. He's also a captain and a great offensive lineman. He managed to run down D'Antonio Hackworth, and there aren't many big offensive linemen like Dylan who can say that they have tackled D'Antonio Hackworth. But the drive ends for Travis. They turn it over. Bush has turned it over twice, and the Broncos have it back. And that'll be the final play of the first quarter, and it's a big productive play for Cormier near sideline. And he goes out of bounds at the 45. That's a pickup of 23. And that's the end of the first quarter. We'll be back. No score between Bush and Travis on VypeFortBend.com.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows, free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through October 11th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
We want to thank all our great sponsors: Xfinity, First Tire and Automotive, Nick's Italian Restaurant, Archer Volkswagen, the Needville Insurance Agency, and Office Depot in Sugar Land. And we're going to give them as many commercials as we can, but the way the Bush Broncos, even though they don't lead in this game, they've been kind of controlling the clock. We don't have that many chances to, play the commercials. Cormier carries on the first play of this second quarter, and he only gets 2 yards over the left side. Kendrick Taylor dropped him like a bad habit for the Travis Tigers.
Ball carrier for the Broncos. So bring up 2nd down.
And now the field is completely covered in shade. And the Travis Tigers fans over on the visiting side are getting a little bit of relief from the sun. And pretty soon night will fall on a beautiful Saturday night. It's a bit breezy, but very, very comfortable if you are a fan, and at times comfortable if you're a player, if you start to feel that breeze. 2nd down and 2 for the Bush Broncos. And it is Hilder dropping back, little half roll to the right. Now he's going to tuck it and run, and he crashes ahead to the 40-yard line, gains 3. And his helmet came off, and so Hilder is going to have to leave the field for a play. We have a Travis Tiger down, and that's Josh Shimon. He was in on the tackle along with Anthony Oliver. Anthony Oliver is not related to Cameron Oliver, the all-everything player last year, both in football and basketball. But even though they are not family, if they met each other at Nick's Italian Restaurant in Sugar Land on FM 1464, just a couple hundred feet north of Austin High School, they would feel that family connection. Nick's Italian Restaurant, their family gets bigger every time you stop by. So 11:06 to go in the second quarter, and Josh Shimon is down. As the trainers attend to him, we will step aside real quickly and be back. This is VypeFortBend.com.
First Iron Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firstironauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Iron Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firstironauto.com.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, OfficeMax, and OfficeDepot.com.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stabenow with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or NeedvilleInsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
We're back, and on third down, it's a run over the right side by Cormier. It's a pickup of 8 and a first down for the Bush Broncos. Josh Shimon, by the way, the Travis player who was injured, got up and walked to the sideline on his own, but slowly. Hopefully he'll be okay and be back. So Bush advances the ball to the 32-yard line of the Travis Tigers. Hilder comes over to the sideline. They always take their sweet time. They'd kind of like to shorten this game. Fewer snaps and just making that Tigers defense continue to work. 3-man front for the Tigers. Hilder takes the snap, hands it off, going left. And that's just going to be a no-gain play by mystery man number 1, whose name we don't have.
Number 1, Valentine, the ball carrier for the Broncos.
Now, wait a minute. Todd Harris, the PA man, he said somebody's name. Well, evidently he doesn't have the same roster that I do. And I apologize again to you, number 1, and your family. We'll get your name as soon as we can. You're still in there, standing next to your quarterback. Hilder looks left, now throws right near the sideline, and too tall. Incomplete, out of bounds. Jamon Cooley was slightly open near the 15.
For number 11, Cooley is incomplete.
But the crosswind, I've said that sometimes the wind has been in the face of the team that's going from left to right. It can also be blowing across the field towards us. And I think what might have happened on that play is that it simply kind of exploded coming out of Hilder's hand. And now it's 3rd and 10 for Bush. You can hear the Travis cheerleaders way across the way chanting for defense. Again, a 3-man front. Hilder drops back. Here comes a push up front. He's pressured, flush to the right, gets rid of it, sideline, and that was just an emergency throwaway. Beautiful pressure applied. You had some of that coming from, number 29. Hold on a second. I have the most up-to-date Travis football roster, but nobody wearing 29. I have some emails to send in the coming week. So now it's 4th down and 10 for the Broncos. And they're in no man's land. There's no use punting. There's no use kicking a field goal. They've got to go for it. Snap to Hilder, little bootleg to the right, throws it back to the left. He's got a man open, and the ball is caught inside the 5. It'll be 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. Jamon Cooley splitting 2 defenders. 2 Travis defenders. I believe one of them was Thomason Olarunfemi. The other one was Ashton Oliphant. And wait a minute. Ineligible receiver downfield. A beautiful catch, but it's not going to count. So that bails out the Travis defense, and it'll be repeat 4th down. 5-yard penalty. Now they have it at the Travis 37, and they've got to go all the way to the Travis 22. I wish I had counted how many plays I've had this broadcast season to get really excited about something that I see, and then I realize after the fact that there is a penalty flag down. Okay, 4th down and 15. Hilder drops back. They protect him. He climbs up in the pocket. Look out, he's hit and sacked. Well, technically not sacked. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but Travis gets the football back. Parker Reed.
Turnover on downs. It'll be 1st down Tigers.
Okay, so Todd Harris, my friend who's doing the public address announcing, he doesn't know who Travis's number 29 is either. But we're going to straighten that out at halftime. And speaking of halftime, we've got a great halftime show for you. A visit with the president of the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame. If you didn't know there was one of those, you're going to want to hear about it. You're going to want to visit it. And we also have Sarah Merrifield of High School Scoreboard Live. It was a delight visiting with her, of course. There's a short running play up the middle by Travis. And they gave the ball to Singletary. He's the guy who shoulders most of the load. Njoku taking the snap. Again, he hands it off to Singletary. No, he keeps it, runs it up the middle himself, across midfield. And he really deals a blow to D'Antonio Hackworth, who made the tackle, but Hackworth's helmet came off. He's got to leave the field. I think he might try to avoid leaving the field if he possibly can. But now some guys on the bench are saying, come on off. You got to come off for a play.
Your ball carrier for the Tigers is good enough for a 1st down.
So it is not often that you watch a Travis Tigers game and they have not scored when we get into the second quarter, about 4 minutes in. Njoku hands it off to Singletary, up the middle, then bounces outside, picks up about 4. Rolling him over and throwing him down like a pizza crust was Nathan Pierre.
Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down and 6 coming up. By the way, Sam Kinnick, who normally is the deep snapper, and that's typically his only duty for the Tigers, he came in for a play and lined up at tight end. 2nd down and 6. Njoku fakes to Singletary, goes straight up the middle and gets nothing except back to the line of scrimmage. Brandon Chambers finished off the tackle, but the tackle was started by Cozy Okorafor. So it'll be 3rd down and 6 after the no gain play. 7:25 to go here in the second quarter. Next week on Thursday, Kempner and Hightower, 6 o'clock kickoff, 5:45 p.m. with a countdown to kickoff show. Marshall and Willow Ridge on Friday night, and then Clements and Travis right back here on Saturday night. 6 o'clock kickoff. Njoku drops back, hit as he throws. It's a wobbler, and it falls short of the intended receiver. Drew Sissom lands at the 30-yard line over here next to the sideline. So now it's 4th and 6. And I think Rudy Guerrero, our referee, inadvertently left his mic on. I'm not really sure what he said.
Brings up 4th down.
So it looks like Travis is just going to leave the offense on the field. Just in case you're wondering, if they tried a field goal, it would be a 60-yarder. Not even Antonio Rubio can get it there from 60. Not yet, anyway. Empty backfield, Njoku over the middle, incomplete, off the outstretched fingertips of number 12, whose number I don't have.
Pass intended for number 12, Johnson, is incomplete.
Oh, Johnson. His last name is Johnson. Okay, that's helpful.
At the 43-yard line, 1st down.
I think there should be a law against varsity players changing jersey numbers during the season. I don't know if that's the reason that I don't know who some of these people are or not. But I do know that number 12 is Johnson. So another drive ends with nobody having scored. So Bush now has the football at its own 43 with 6:56 to go before halftime. Hilder hands it off to Cormier, running left, going through traffic, breaking tackles, keeps going. And he runs out of bounds after he picks up 6 yards. Got it to the 49.
Brings up 6th down.
This is just the type of game that the Bush Broncos like to play. Rock rib defense. And both of these defenses have bent a little bit, but nobody has broken, and we're still scoreless with 6:49 to go in the first half. By the way, we've got volleyball on Tuesday night. It'll be Ridge Point at Dulles, starting at about 6:30 p.m. Snap to Hilder, turns around, gives it to Cormier, and I think he's trapped in the backfield, and he won't get a thing.
Or 2 Cromer, the ball carrier for the Broncos. It's up to the line of scrimmage.
In fact, he lost a yard. 3rd down and a long 5. There's still just a little bit of sunlight at the top of the visitors' side bleachers. And there are a few sun worshipers from Travis still up there. Here we go, 3rd down. Hilder wants to pass. Throws it to the near sideline. It is off the fingertips of a Travis player and caught by Cooley. And he's got a 1st down for Bush. It was a pass that had a lot of wind behind it, the down and out pattern over here to the near side. And the Travis Tiger, I think, who got his hands on it was Parker Reed. No, correction, I think that was Matt Bennett after all. Matt Bennett thought he might have had a 2nd interception in the game for the Tigers, but it went off of his hands, and Jamon Cooley right there to make the catch and carry it to the 44, where it's 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Pistol formation, Hilder turns around, hands it off to Cormier. Running tough, going over the right side. Parker Reed brings him down from behind. Pick up a 4, 2nd and 6 from the 40. We passed the halfway point in the 2nd quarter. 5:16 to go, and the clock keeps on ticking. Roger Smith with you, flying solo. I had Patrick Kinnick here with me earlier when we had the game between Kempner and Terry. There goes Cormier running right, and he cannot get back to the line of scrimmage. Travis there with very thorough defense. Temi Osanaiki.
Stopped by number 45.
And that'll make it 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
So I have chronicled several drives, 6 plays, 3 plays, 7, 5, and now 5 on the current one. Every one has either ended in a punt or a turnover. And on 3rd and 6, it is Hilder throwing to the sideline. He's got Cooley again. Beautiful toe tap catch at the 31. He reached up. He didn't high point the football. He kept his feet on the ground. So with 4:21 to go, the clock stops as Cooley stepped out of bounds after making that catch. It moves the sticks. It's a 1st down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. You've got Omodia, Cooley, and one other receiver on the left side of the formation, so they run Cormier to the right, and he carries it down to the 26. That's a pickup of 5. And Bennett bumped him out of bounds. So other than 1 tackle for loss on this drive, Bush has gotten positive yardage each time. And Hilder is starting to really get in sync with his receivers, especially Jamon Cooley. That's yet another Nick's Italian Restaurant family connection. Jamon's big brother played on the Bush varsity. remember that at Nick's Italian Restaurant, their family gets bigger every time you stop by. 3 receivers on the left side of the pattern. And there is a whistle because one of the receivers out there, in fact, the widest of them, that is Ofalian. His first name has 7 syllables, so I'm just going to call him O. Ofalian was still kind of doing the icky shuffle or something as the play was starting. And you can't do that. So that backs it up 5 yards. It's now 2nd down and 10. Hilder comes into the huddle late, and they break that huddle with less than 10 seconds on the play clock. Play clock at 5. And I think we're going to get a Bush timeout. Indeed we are. We'll step aside and be back. No score, 3:49 to go. When we return, it'll be Bush facing a 2nd and 10 at the Travis 31.
First Iron Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firstironauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Iron Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firstironauto.com.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, OfficeMax, and OfficeDepot.com.
Okay, we're back. 2nd down and 10 for Bush. Scoreless game. 3:49 to go. Cormier in motion, and they swing a pass out to him in the left flat. Breaks 1 tackle, but doesn't get past the second guy.
Pass complete to number 2.
That's Parker Reed, and it's a gain of 4. 3rd down and 6. The next play will be the 8th play of the drive, and that is the longest sustained drive for either team. They both move the football somewhat between the 20-yard lines, but then they've had to give it up. Travis jumped, free play, pass to Omodia over on the left side. He makes the catch, and he gains 2, but that's it. So that tells me that Bush is going to accept the offsides penalty.
There's a flag on the play.
And that'll set up a 3rd down and 2 for them. That is our referee, Rudy Guerrero. And as they walk off the penalty, I miscalculated. It's not going to be 3rd and 2. It'll be 3rd and 1. 3 minutes exactly, and now less than that as the clock keeps ticking. Remaining in the first half, no score between Bush and Travis. This is the type of game, the tempo that the Bush coaches would want. Timeout, Travis. They want to talk it over before this 3rd down play. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Hi, this is Mariela and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Boston High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546, 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Folks, sorry, I didn't realize that I had not muted myself prior to that last commercial break. I hope you didn't hear anything distracting. I know you heard the PA announcer, and there's something else that I deeply hope you did not hear. 3rd down and 1 for the Broncos. Hilder hands it off. Cormier pounds the left side, gets the first down, plus about 5 more yards. Takes it down to the Travis 16. And the march continues for these Travis Tigers. And the Broncos certainly taking their sweet time. Hilder goes out to the huddle. After Travis used that timeout a moment ago, both teams still have 2 left in the second quarter. Blitz look from Travis. Hilder hands it off to Cormier, hit in the backfield, spins away, and gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that was an accomplishment in and of itself. Anthony Oliver wrapped him up and brought him down.
Oliver brings up second down.
Second down and 11 to go. They've kept the ball for 10 plays, and that Travis defense has to be at least a little bit gassed. Of course, halftime is coming up soon. Hilder swings it out there to Cormier, trying to get to the edge, and he does outside the numbers, blasting away, gets to the 10, and out of bounds there. And now it's going to be, in fact, they mark him at the 9. So it's 3rd down and 2 and a big play coming up. Because it went out of bounds, the clock stops with 1:43 to go. By the way, warming up, kicking into the net is Aiden Jensen, the senior kicker for the Bush Broncos. Play clock is at 14, and now we have a timeout. Is this taken by the Bush Broncos? Well, I believe so. Yes, it is. We'll step aside, and I will mute myself so you don't hear anything you're not supposed to. We'll be back.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
You are the
Sorry, Office Depot. We'll make it up to you later. The ball is inside the 10. 3rd and 2. Direct snap. And there goes Cormier. They snapped it straight to him. He carried it to the 5-yard line. It is a first down for the Bush Broncos. What a masterful drive this is.
Good enough for Broncos. First down.
First and goal from the 6. That's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. 1:22 on the clock, and it's ticking down. On first and goal, Cormier straight ahead, pushing toward the goal line, gets inside the 1-yard line. And did the ball come out? One of the Travis players is saying it did. No signal from an official to indicate that possession has changed. So the ball is inside the 1-yard line, and the Bush Broncos will just try to slam it in. We're inside a minute to go. The clock is ticking at 50 seconds, but Bush is in no hurry. This is second and goal from just inside the 1. Under center is Hilder, takes the snap, and there is a flag that comes in as he burrows into the end zone. And I think we might get a false start because Hilder, most of the game he's been taking spread formation snaps, meaning the shotgun. So I think, when you go a whole half and you go under center only once or twice or not at all, then sometimes your timing is not that good. And it looked like he was slightly surprised when the ball was snapped. He did manage to gain control of it. The officials have not stepped off any penalty yardage, but I think it's going to be a false start or something. Maybe the center for the Broncos might have reacted to a movement by another teammate. Okay, so what Mr. Rudy Guerrero, our referee, said was snap infraction. I'm not really sure what that means. Maybe it means that the center for Bush moved the ball just a little before he snapped it for real. Because I know you can't do that. That's Giancarlo Riveros. Second down and goal from the 6. Hilder drops back, looking end zone, throws over the middle, and the pass is caught! Touchdown, Bush Broncos! Aaron Valentine! Wow, this drive is just amazing.
Pass complete to number 5.
I got to do a little bit of calculations. So how about that catch by Aaron Valentine, who will now hold for the kicker, Aiden Jensen. Bush finally gets on the board. 28.9 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Jensen is up, and it's good. We'll step aside and be back. VypeFortBend.com.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is the 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows. Free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through October 11th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
Fans, that Archer Volkswagen scoring drive covered 57 yards. It took 6 minutes and 33 seconds off the clock. Finished off on a 6-yard pass from Tyler Hilder to Aaron Valentine. They burned all but 29 seconds in this second quarter, and now it's the kickoff by Jensen on the run. Here comes Travis, number 1, running to his right across the 30-yard line to the 31, and I do know who the Travis number 1 is. That's Dominic Njoku.
Kickoff fielded by number 1, Njoku. Brought down by number 17, Pierre. It'll be first down Tigers.
It was Todd Pierre, number 17 for Bush, who made the tackle, and will the Tigers try to do something here with 21 and a half seconds to go? They trail for the first time in this game 7-0. Travis almost never hesitates if they have any time on the clock to get the ball down the field. Blitz look from Bush. Njoku drops back. They protect him. He gets a completion to Singletary. Dodges Hackworth. Still going. 40, 35. Far sideline 25. He may go all the way. He does. Singletary. How about that? Lightning strikes. Jamison Singletary against an all-out blitz. Took the pass from Njoku, and it goes 69 yards for a touchdown. Wow. Okay, so Bush likes to control the football. They kept it for 6.5 seconds. And the Travis Tigers kept it for about 12. And it was a 69-yard touchdown pass to Singletary. He broke one tackle, and once he got out into the open spaces, he was off to the races. Here is Antonio Rubio to kick the extra point. It is up and good. So for the Travis Tigers, that Archer Volkswagen scoring drive was one play, 69 yards, 12 seconds. And it was a pass, a 69-yarder from Anthony Njoku to Jamison Singletary. From one senior to another, the extra point kick by Rubio ties up this game, and we'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
We are back to play out the final 9 6/10 seconds of this first half as Travis answered a 14-play drive with a 1-play drive of their own. And Rubio with a little onside kick. The ball is loose. Travis recovers it. They have it at the 49, and there's still 7.5 seconds to go in the half. Well, did they recover it legally? No, they didn't. The ball did not go 10 yards. And so it's going to be Bush football right there with 7.6 to go. And you wonder, will Bush try to fling the ball down the field? But before they do whatever it is they're going to do, they call a timeout, and we'll take it with them on VypeFortBend.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Okay, fans, what's going to happen here is Travis is going to kick it again, and they'll kick it from their 35. I guess they were offside or something, or they touched it before it went 10 yards. Either way, it's a 5-yard penalty, and now Rubio bombs away. Goes all the way into the end zone from the 35. So if Antonio Rubio is someday an NFL kicker, well, he can already boot it off of a tee. Now, granted, he did have a little bit of a tailwind, but he's got that kind of leg. Seems like anybody who plays for Travis and kicks, and his last name is Rubio, can kick pretty well. And then there's Garrett Urban, who came before Sergio Rubio. So Travis with a succession of really outstanding kickers. 7 seconds left in the half, and if I know Coach Alan Aldridge in this situation, tied at 7, I think he's just going to go into victory formation and have his quarterback take a knee. I could be wrong, but I was right. There you go. That's the end of the half. We'll step aside and be back with our great halftime interviews. Learn everything you needed to know about the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame and more when we return on VypeFortBend.com.
First Iron Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firstironauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Iron Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firstironauto.com.
It's halftime here on VypeFortBend.com, and our halftime score is 7-7, Bush and Travis. What a great guest we have for you for this ball game. We've got Mike Anderson, the president of the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame. A lot of you folks out there love high school football, but you may not even know there's a Texas High School Football Hall of Fame. Mr. Anderson, thanks for being with us, and tell us a little bit about the history of the Hall of Fame up until now.
Glad to be here, and the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame was founded in Breckenridge, Texas in 1968 and was moved to Waco by a group of gentlemen from the Waco Chamber of Commerce in the 1980s, and we're currently moved to the location we are now in 1993 at 1108 South University Parks Drive here in Waco, and we'd love to have anybody come by and visit us at any time, and we're glad to be here.
Now, a lot of folks not only might not have known that there's a Texas High School Football Hall of Fame, they may not be aware of the Texas Sports Hall of Fame, where you just gave the address. It's basically, if I have my direction right, on the southeast corner of the Baylor campus.
Right, yes, it is, and right across from Baylor University, and not far from the new stadium. So if you're ever in Waco at a Baylor football or basketball or any event, we'd be glad to have you visit the Texas Sports Hall of Fame and also the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame and other venues that are here in the Sports Hall of Fame.
And I've just got to tell our audience, you've got to come here. You can't not come here. A lot of people just, they'll be amazed by just what is here. I mean, you can truly spend a whole day. One of the great days that you can spend here is if you come here on a Baylor home football Saturday. You can come in here and look at all the Hall of Fame artifacts and displays and see some great video and hear some old audio, but you can also watch the Baylor game on a big screen in the large assembly room there in the middle. Mr. Anderson, what are some events that you have on an annual basis for the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame?
It's open for rental for anyone to do anything. We have our, this last year, we had our first Texas High School Football Hall of Fame banquet here, and we had 256 people here in the banquet, and there are people that rent it for wedding rehearsals and for just anything that anybody here in Waco would want. A 300-seat facility that you can have here in Waco and rent. It's available, so we have a lot of events here.
We're talking with Mike Anderson, president of the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame. And let me tell you, I know a few things of very high-profile halls of fame, and also they're very small ones. I have a good friend in El Paso. He is one of the people that are caretakers of the El Paso Sports Hall of Fame. I know you have to really, truly love the sport. You have to love the people and honor them in a big way. And I know these can lead to very long discussions. So when you get together and decide who's going to get inducted, how do those discussions go and who all is involved in them and about how long do they take?
Well, we have a committee of 40, we have a board of 40 gentlemen who are on the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame board. And of those board, we have 7 gentlemen, 7 of our members that are on the selection committee. And we meet around the 1st of August every year. And so that's when anyone can nominate a person for the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame. You can do it by just calling in a name or emailing a name to us, and we'll get that person presented to that committee. But it's sad sometimes that we go into that meeting and we don't have all the names that we need to have, because if we don't have someone nominated or somebody's name is not brought to us, we're definitely not experts on this. So sometimes it goes a long time, sometimes it's pretty cut and dry. So it's a very honor for us and for those guys that are on that committee to be a part of that. So it's a really easy thing to do, and we look forward to it every year.
I have to tell you something else. If you were to maybe set the degree of difficulty for figuring out who should go into a certain Hall of Fame, I would put it out there that this is the hardest one of all. When you think about how expansive Texas is, how it has grown, how many different players play football in this state at the high school level. Now we have more than 100 seasons to draw on, and we have, I think, about 330 or so inductees to this point.
Yeah, and that's the deal. We honor the 1959s and before, the 1960s, the 1970s, the 1980s, the 1990s, the 2000s, and then we have 2 coaches. We realized many years ago that we would never get to all the coaches, and so now we're inducting 2 coaches each year, and we also have a category that is the contributor to the Dave Campbell contributor to the game, and that covers just anyone that has contributed to Texas high school football, maybe not ever played a down, but we have referees and UIL people and coaches association people. So it's a big task, but we enjoy doing it and we look forward to it every year.
We're going to take a quick break and talk a little bit more with Mike Anderson. And I don't want you to go Google it. That's lazy. But I want you to think about who are the two Fort Bend County high school players who are not only, well, one of them is in both the Pro Football Hall of Fame and the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame. One of them is in the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame, and he's not in a college Hall of Fame or a pro one, but he's really the most obvious choice of anybody who's played Texas high school football. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Are you ready?
Ready for anything. For what life throws at you, at your kids.
Are they ready to study, research, write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes, extra restrictions apply.
Welcome back. Second part of our visit with Mike Anderson, president of the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame. And there are very special, prestigious events every year that are connected to the hall. Tell us about those.
Well, we have our banquet each year, and it's generally the first weekend in May. And during that banquet, like I said, we honor our inductees, and also at that banquet we have the Tom Landry Award that's given to the outstanding Texas high school coach and presented by the Texas High School Coaches Association. The Gordon Wood Trophy is presented to the outstanding team of that year, and we usually have that coach and a couple of his players come. And then also at that banquet we honor the 12 state championship teams by giving them a watch. And so it's a night that if you're around Waco or around this coming year, it will be May the 7th here at the Texas Sports Hall of Fame in Waco, and we'll be having our 2022 class inducted.
All right. Well, with about 330 inductees, it's going to be impossible for me to name every one of them, but there are a few things that I thought were pretty that stood out as I looked at the long list of them. First of all, it appears that by my count there are more people connected to Brownwood High School, the Brownwood Lions, than any other school, and mainly that's because of Gordon Wood, and his name is on an event too.
Yeah, Gordon Wood was obviously the winningest coach in Texas high school football history for many years, and so the Gordon Wood Trophy is presenting to a team each year that doesn't necessarily win a state championship. They just have overcome obstacles throughout the year, because that's what Coach Wood stood for. And I think there are probably more people from Brownwood that are inducted because of Coach Wood, Coach Southall, his family, Lawrence Elkins, Mike Kinsey. I mean, you can go on, and it's just a hotbed of Texas high school football. And during the day, that was obviously where a lot of state championship teams were coming from.
And it gets harder every single year to pick a singular team, because you think about how Texas is growing. There are new high schools opening every year in every part of the state. And on top of that, way back in 1982, the UIL decided that not just district champions, but runners-up in districts were going to play in the football playoffs. And since then, as things have evolved, we've expanded it to 4 teams out of each district, and there are 2 divisions in each classification. So you have 2 6A champions, 2 5A champions, so on and so forth. So it's crazy. Well, there's no question, if you were to say, as far as players, not so much coaches, but players, who would be the very first person that should be in the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame? Clearly, it is Kenneth Hall. He is the Sugarland Express, and he was in part of your not your first class, I don't believe. I think he went in maybe in 1969. That was your second class.
Yeah, obviously he's very deserving, as there's so many that are deserving of that. And Kenneth Hall is just not only a great player, but a good person. And I'm sure that his records some of them have fallen by now, but him being from your area is a special time, and he's a special gentleman.
All right, and now we move to the other Fort Bend County high school product who's in the Texas High School Hall of Fame. He's also in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and that is the pride of Willow Ridge, Thurman Thomas. And I'll name, along with Thurman Thomas, here are the Pro Football Hall of Famers who are also in the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame in alphabetical order. Sammy Baugh, Earl Campbell, Mean Joe Green, Forrest Gregg, Bobby Lane, Mike Singletary, Charlie Taylor, the aforementioned Thurman Thomas, Y.A. Tittle, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Doak Walker. And Drew Brees is also part of the Texas High School Hall of Fame. It's just a matter of time before he is inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same-day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today.
It's halftime here on VypeFortBend.com, and time to talk to a special guest. She is Sarah Merrifield of High School Scoreboard Live. If you like high school football, you've seen her because nobody doesn't watch High School Scoreboard Live. Sarah, it's great to talk to you. So, what is it like? And first of all, let me ask you, time flies. How many years have you been doing it?
Oh gosh, I got out to the state of Texas in 2015, and my very first year was in Abilene, Texas. My very first game was covering Abilene Cooper and Abilene High at Shotwell Stadium. It was quite an experience because I'm from California, so that was a whole new world in and of itself, but I've been here ever since and made my trip from Abilene to Austin, now up to the Dallas-Fort Worth area to work for Bally Sports Southwest.
Well, before we even started this interview, I asked you, do you know Mike Alexander? And you said yes. He's a great videographer for Bally Sports and High School Scoreboard Live. And he and I both went to college in Abilene, and we worked 4 stations in Abilene. And wow, the stories we could tell. But this is about Sarah Merrifield. First of all, for those of you who are baseball fans out there, you're not related to Whit Merrifield, but you had to talk to him to be sure, right?
Yes, we had a little conversation. My very first Rangers game actually on the road was in Kansas City, and I asked myself the same question. I was so curious, so I walked across the hallway into their open media room and got a chance to meet him. We determined that we are not related. However, very nice guy, and he was kind enough to even give me one of the shirts that has our last name on the back. So really good dude, and fun to have that connection, even though we're not related.
Oh, and interesting to you and maybe to a few listeners, I introduced Mike to his wife.
Oh, how sweet. Oh, it is such a small world.
She's Leanne from DeSoto.
Oh, okay.
And so we were having one of those late night study parties that ended up being pizza eating parties and not much studying. Mike came over to Leanne's, and I can't remember the girl that I was actually studying with, but so Mike was smitten instantly. He really liked Leanne, and then I talked to her a couple of days later, and she was thinking she didn't really feel the same way. And then a couple of weeks later, I said, have you told Mike? Because, you just need to tell him. She said, well, maybe I changed my mind. And the next thing you know, they're married for 35 years.
Small world. I mean, hey, you never know. You never know.
Well, I didn't mean for that story to get so long, but this is Sarah Merrifield, and you went to Syracuse. They have put out an amazing number of great broadcasters. So who can you brag on that's also from Syracuse and almost as good as you?
I mean, can we not forget the one of the more famous names on Scoreboard Live, Rick Renner. Rick Renner is a Syracuse grad, and we have a good time talking about Syracuse basketball. But the good ones, Mike Tirico, some of the more local ones, Carter Blackburn, some really great mentors to come out of that. space, and it's definitely been inspiring, and obviously wanted me to become a sports broadcaster too. So I'm happy I'm here, and I got the experience to go all the way across the country from California to be a part of their journalism program.
And there's a sports talk host in Houston. You probably don't know his name. He's not one of those guys that moves the needle, but those who really listen to him just could not respect him more. He never says anything stupid. Everything he says is right on point. His name is Charlie Palillo, a very proud Syracuse grad. Look him up. He's awesome. So you mentioned Rick Renner. When we come back and talk more with Sarah Merrifield, I'm going to tell her something about Rick Renner that I'm sure she doesn't know. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Hi, this is Mariela
and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Welcome back during our halftime visit with Sarah Merrifield. She's on a high school scoreboard live, and you'll have to wait a few more seconds before the little Rick Renner thing. But it's really amazing to me what's happened with high school scoreboard live, how this show has evolved. It used to be 1 hour, and now it's 2 hours, and that's not really enough. With the technology that enables you to just go all over the state, you can basically cover games without being there. But that said, how many reporters are there like yourself that go out to wherever they need to go week by week?
We have a handful, and over the last couple of years, we've definitely used our resources, and up to 7 reporters, or during our Texas Football Days coverage, we have up to 10. But even our Football Friday show that precedes Scoreboard Live, it's essentially 5, 6, 7 hours of football coverage that really showcase how important this game is in our state, and it's incredible. I mean, you go far and wide to see all the people that really want to hear and talk about high school football, and we've got some really good talent in the state, so why not showcase it and make what it is, a game, fun to watch?
Well, football talent, broadcasting talent, we never seem to run out of it because people keep moving here too, as well. So I know they work you very hard. You'll go do a game on a Thursday night and do the on-field post-game and then the little wrap-up, and then you'll do another one on Friday. What was the longest you've had to travel in 1 week during the show?
Oh gosh, I feel like nowadays with travel, it is a little easy to get on a plane and kind of go to the next place, but I can say that I've been as far north as Canadian, and of course as south as, let's say, Corpus Christi. I mean,
that would have to be your longest journey.
It's end to end. It really is. But what's cool too is we go the other way to El Paso, to Texarkana, and every state in every school, every state is just as amazing as the next. And honestly, we've been sharing some fun stories about all the little high school road trips that we go on just to have the fun we do, and honestly, they're all so memorable.
Yeah, and I really like the local flavor. You know, you'll go to the special hangout in this town, or whatever they do in the intersection in the middle of town as a tradition, and they've been doing it for 50 years. It's really awesome. So we're talking with Sarah Merrifield of High School Scoreboard Live, and I got to get used to saying Valley Southwest, not Fox Sports Southwest anymore. But Rick Renner, I worked in TV 18 and a half years. And you know how it is when a television station gets an opening. They advertise it, in come all the tapes. And my general manager said, I don't have time to look at all these tapes. I want you to look at this stack of 50 or so tapes and just cut it down to 10. So he had me looking at these tapes. And I saw Rick Renner, and I haven't forgotten him. And I think it's fantastic that Rick gets to be in a place where he can be him. Because some of these places you go, they make you cut your hair, they won't let you dress crazy, They tell you to stop saying certain stuff. But what is Rick like when he's not on the air?
Rick is the big-hearted, energetic, fun ball of energy that we get to work with every single day, and he is exactly like he is on TV in person, authentic and just a great presence on television and great person to be around, great coworker, and his hair is real, fun fact, but no, he is a journeyman too. He's done kind of everything, and it's a great opportunity for someone like myself who has really only been in the business for 7 years to learn from someone like him, because he has really seen it all and had a lot of opportunity to meet so many people. Unfortunately, he's not at the Texas Coaches Convention, but this is his favorite event because he is such a networker and a really fun presence to be around.
Sarah, I forgot to tell you, don't make any time references. It's October, okay?
The summer convention that happens every July or in the off season, Rick wasn't able to be a part of it, and he missed that event so much because he is such a networking guy, and his communication skills honestly are one of the better parts of him because he's so good at it. But no, he is exactly advertised on TV as he is in real life, and it's a joy to have him as a part of our team.
I could match him corny reference for corny reference, though. I guarantee you. Yeah, I have more time than he does when I do a 3-hour football game, so I can just kind of wait until the opportunity comes along.
Yeah, the one we give him a hard time for is "You to Manville," because we've heard that over 1 million times.
I might even submit a few. I'll send them to him. So, Sarah Merrifield, thanks very much for being with us on our halftime program, and also thank you and the rest of the staff for not wearing masks anymore.
I can't wait to be back out there on the football field.
No, you've been doing it for several weeks now, remember?
It's so exciting to be back out on the football field and have a sense of normalcy this season. Man, oh man, we definitely missed it.
All right, plausibly live from a football game near you. VypeFortBend.com. We'll be back. Thank you, Sarah. We shall return.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
Number 22, single carrier, ball carrier, brought down by number 16.
Okay, folks, we are back.
60.
Glad you stick with us for that.
Brings up second down.
Interview with Sarah Merrifield of High School Scoreboard Live. Travis has the football. This is their fourth play of a drive, and a flag is thrown as a pass is thrown near sideline. It was a free play, and it's the fourth play of the drive, and Drew Sissom is into the game at quarterback because in the second play, Anthony Njoku was hit pretty hard, and he had to go to the sideline. He looked a little bit woozy, and head coach Trey Sissom walked along with him. And so we hope that Anthony is going to be okay, but right now, after a 5-yard offsides penalty against Bush, is going to set up a second down and 8 yards to go for the Travis Tigers. Okay, so I think I updated you completely. It is 7-7. Sissom still in there at quarterback, and he's going to get a false start from his wideout, Robert Sims, way across the field between the numbers and the sideline, jumped. And as a result, that means it's going to be giving back the 5 yards that they had just gained on the offsides penalty by Bush. And it'll be second down and 13 for the Travis Tigers. So it may be a quick baptism by fire of Drew Sissom, the head coach's son, a junior, who's kind of the quarterback in waiting behind Anthony Njoku. So there you go. The false start gives back those 5 yards. Lightning struck near the end of the first half. 14-play drive by Bush, got their first touchdown, and then on one play, a 69-yard pass from Njoku to Singletary, who carries here on second down and 13, gets across the 40 and out at the 41. Bryce McDonald knocked him out of bounds. And then I'll tell you something, number 26 for Bush, Jedediah Aduna, got on top of Singletary and was giving him the business, and an official was right there and didn't throw the flag. That should have been a flag. Singletary didn't really complain about it. He's back out on the field, and now it's third down and 11. His gain was only a couple of yards. I thought it was a longer gain than that. So here we go, the fifth play of the drive, and now Anthony Njoku is back out there at quarterback. Takes the snap, drops back, here comes the rush, steps up, and avoids more rush, and finally brought down, sacked for a loss of 2. Cozy Okorafor finally wrapped him up. The very elusive Anthony Njoku. So it is time to punt.
Number 41, fourth down.
And by the way, Antonio Rubio is going back in punt formation as usual, but it is Drew Sissom who is kind of the short man who is closer to the deep snapper. Might they snap it directly to him because he can throw the football? No, they snap it to Rubio, and he gets the punt away. It's a nice one. Hackworth from the 26, dodges a couple of tacklers, keeps going, 35-40, hit, keeps bouncing off of tacklers and gets to the 40, and his helmet pops off at the end. Well, that was interesting.
Good by number 21, Hackworth.
There's really no harm done
Brought down by number 15,
by
Bennett.
Hackworth losing his helmet because he doesn't play
First down,
offense except in
Broncos,
very
on the 40-yard.
special situations for Bush. But the Broncos get the ball for the first time at their own 40. 9:47 to go in the third quarter. Hilder takes the snap and hands it off straight ahead to Cormier, and it's a 5-yard pickup right up the middle. On the tackle, Thomason Olarunfemi of these Travis Tigers. Tie game 7-all. I'm going to turn down that crowd mic because every time the PA guy starts talking, it's just too loud for me to talk over. I want you to hear the crowd. So I'm always adjusting it up and down. Second down and 5, Broncos. 2 backs in the backfield alongside Hilder. There goes Cormier coming to the near side, hesitates, and then heads to the sideline. And he only picked up a couple. Olarunfemi was the closest player to him when he ran out of bounds. I said he only picked up a couple, but they spotted him with a 3-yard gain. So it's third down and 2. Bush definitely had more plays by a ratio of about 3-1 to Travis in the first half. There's another give to Cormier, this time going right, and he's wrapped up early. Firing through and dragging him down, Aaron Mendiola, the senior defensive back, coming through on a run blitz to bring him down. It's 4th and 3, and Bush is sending out the punting unit. So we seem to have series after series resulting in either punts or turnovers. But this time it's going to be a different punter. It is actually, now that I think about it, Jedediah Aduna has not had to punt, or at least maybe he did, but only one time, if that. And he boots it away, and it's kind of a punt with backspin on it. It bounces a couple of times, and it's jumped on by Dominic Njoku to make sure it didn't roll inside the 10-yard line.
Number 26 punts,
so he downs it at the 12.
By number 1, Njoku. It'll be first down, Tigers, from the 12-yard line.
By the way, earlier today we had the Kempner Cougars game, their homecoming game against Rosenberg Terry, and the Terry Rangers won that one 36-7. On Friday night we had the Ridge Point win. They won easily by a score of 44-0 over Dulles. And now it is Njoku back in at quarterback. Looks like he's okay, and he hands it off to not Singletary, it's a different guy this time. He handed it off to the freshman Carmelo Ratliff. And Travis now playing quickly. Going to get it snapped again after the 9-yard pickup at 2nd and 1. It's Njoku heading to the right, gets outside the numbers, and gets enough for a first down as Hackworth brings him down, and Anthony does a somersault. They spot him at the 28. I mean, he did a somersault on the play, not after to celebrate or something. That's not much of a celebration. But it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 28. Now they're quickening the pace. There goes Ratliff trying the right side, but he cannot get through that gap between the right guard and the right tackle. Bush Broncos are saying they have the football. They're saying it came out. We're waiting for an official's indication. We've got the referee Rudy Guerrero talking to 2 members of his crew, make it 3. And the Bush players are over there lobbying. And evidently Travis maintains possession. It'll be 2nd down and 10. So kind of a Shakespearean thing, a lot of sound and fury signifying nothing. But they were excited on the Bush side. A loss of 1. They initially had the down box set up as a no gain, but it was a loss of 1. Njoku trying to get Bush to jump. Nobody did. 2 men on the defensive front with their hands on the ground, a couple of defensive ends ready to charge. Snap to Njoku, pumps once, throws short, gets a completion, and it's very close to a first down on the slant pass to his left. Robert Sims had it. He was belted immediately, and it's going to be just short of the first down, 3rd and less than a yard. Here we go. And it's a quarterback sneak by Njoku. He's got the first down and more, but he's got to wrap 2 arms around that football, and he does, and his helmet comes off at the end. And there's a flag that comes in. I think one of the Bush players might get called for ripping his helmet off. So I think this would probably be added on to the end of the run. Travis began this possession at their own 12-yard line. They've advanced it 25 yards to the 37. Sam Kinnick comes in for Travis as a tight end on the right side of the formation. And it is a 15-yard penalty against Bush. A dead ball foul where I don't know how you get a player's helmet off of his head. I guess you could grab the face mask. That, as we all know, is a penalty. You could put your finger in the ear hole, and if you get the right angle pulling up on it, I guess you could remove it that way. 1st down and 10 from the 40 after the penalty walk-off. And here goes Singletary cutting around the right side and bumped out of bounds as he gets past the 35 of Bush to the 34. It's a pickup of 6. Singletary, one of those serpentine runs. He was kind of advancing up the field a yard or 2, then cuts outside, and then the pattern of his run was kind of like a staircase. There's a crown for drainage here at Hall Stadium, so when a back starts running toward the sideline, he really does get downhill momentum. There goes Singletary straight up the middle, a yard if that. By the way, a little gamesmanship right there. Cozy Okorafor ripped a little red towel out of the waistband of Singletary and tossed it backwards about 4 or 5 yards. So if Singletary gets a touchdown, he might go and, maybe look for Cozy Okorafor and wave that little red towel. It could happen. 3rd down and 4 to go for Travis. They need to get to the Bush 30. Njoku hands it off to Singletary up the middle, and he gets 3, but he doesn't get 4, and we're going to have a 4th and 1. He was hit early on the play. Braylon James Green grabbed his feet, And Njoku wants his teammates to join him in the huddle as they talk over this critical fourth down situation. They want to run it quickly. He's under center now, and he's going to sneak it himself, but I don't think he's going to get it. The Broncos didn't allow anything. The ball may have come out. It doesn't matter. He didn't make the first down anyway. The Bush Broncos defense has held on 4th and 1, and they're going to have the football. You'll hear the Bush crowd cheer after the signal. Yes, there it is. First down, Bush. Going from right to left now.
If you turn over on downs, first down, Broncos.
So Travis has had the football 2 times. Once they punted, once they turned it over on downs. And now Bush has it at their own 32-yard line. With 5:01 to go in the third quarter, we are still tied at 7. The style of this game has been very much to Bush's liking. Hilder hands it off on an end around. This is Omodia. Correction, it's not Omodia. It's actually Jamon Cooley. And he ran a long way to gain 5 yards, make it 6. He's out at the 38-yard line. It's second down and 4.
Second down.
Olarun Femi made the tackle for the Travis Tigers. Bush going from right to left in the third quarter. They have the ball on the left hash mark. Second down and 4 from the 38. Adrian Cormier, the feature back, now goes in motion, empty backfield. Hilder wants to pass. Now he wants to run. Straight up the middle he goes. Fighting for the first down. Gets to the 45-yard line, and he's got it. He needed 4, he got 7, and that moves the sticks. It's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. Hilder comes over to the sideline, gets the play from his offensive coordinator, Christopher Maple. Snap, and the give to Cormier. Makes a move at the line of scrimmage. He's across the 45, near sideline, 35-30, and bumped out. And a little pushing and shoving, snarling and snapping as Dominic Njoku was the one who escorted him out of bounds.
That bounce by number 1, Njoku. It's good enough for Broncos.
That's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. I guess if you are a Bush Broncos family, you can take your car to the one at Katy Cinco Ranch. You could also go to the one on Eldridge Road in Sugar Land. First and 10 for Travis from the 32-yard line. I'm sorry, for Bush from the Travis 32-yard line. Hilder's going to throw it deep, looking for the pylon, and it is batted away, incomplete. Nice play, Aaron Mendiola. Stride for stride with Jamon Cooley.
Brings up second down.
Coming up, the 6th play of the drive for the Bush Broncos. They pride themselves in ball control. They run it hard, especially between the tackles. That's really where they like to go. Ikenna Nwakor is playing a great game. He's the left tackle for these Bush Broncos, and the center, Giancarlo Riveros. Second down and 10. Draw play, Cormier dodges a couple of tacklers at the line of scrimmage and squeezes out a gain of 3 yards.
Number 2, Cormier ball carrier,
Kendrick
Broncos.
Taylor corralled him kind of like a cutting horse.
Watch out by number 44, Taylor. Brings up third down.
And this game that is moving at a quick pace has fewer than 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter, and we are still tied 7-7. Bush won its last game by a score of 10-3. So they are accustomed to low scores. In fact, that's usually evidence that the game is going the way they dictate. There goes Cormier around the left side, slanting toward the sideline, and he gets out at the 26-yard line. It's just a gain of 2, and it'll set up a third down and 3. Actually, fourth down and 3.
Knocked out of bounds by
that is to say, if the guy who's operating the down box over there is correct, it is fourth down. And Bush makes a substitution. They bring in Aiden Jensen. They're going to try a field goal. And this is going to be a 43-yarder for Jensen. The holder is Aaron Valentine. The kick is on the way. It's a beauty. A rainbow over the goalpost on a Saturday night. And it's good to make it 10-7 Bush with 3:23 to go in the third quarter. They are back on top. They scored 10 points last week, and it was enough to win over Elkins. Will it be enough this week? We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or NeedvilleInsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Yeldon kicks off. It bounces once, twice, 3 times, and then goes out of bounds. So that was really one of those kicks that was hard for Dominic Njoku to return. It kind of skipped away from him, and it turned out well for the Travis Tigers. They'll get good field position. By the way, that Archer Volkswagen scoring drive by the Bush Broncos used up 13 plays and took, let's see, I didn't calculate the time. Dang it, I was supposed to do that. Well, it took about a minute and a half off the clock. In fact, a minute and 31 seconds. And it covered 42 yards, and it ended with a 43-yard field goal by Aiden Yeldon. That is the difference in this game. The Broncos lead it 10-7 over Travis. So here comes the Travis offense once again. Their only touchdown came on a 69-yard strike from Njoku to Singletary. Njoku drops back, throws it over the middle, incomplete. Trying to get it to Gabriel Van Wyck, but he was shadowed perfectly. Let's see, who was that? Well, I believe it was Jedediah Aduna, but I'm not absolutely sure. Sorry if I gave credit to the wrong guy. Njoku in the spread formation. Takes the snap on 2nd and 10. Gives it off to Carmelo. I keep calling him by his first name. His last name is Ratliff. Carmelo Ratliff, the freshman, picks up 4 yards. Makes it 3rd down and 6 and a big down coming up for Travis. Bush really gets confident when they're ahead, which they are now. And then they get a stop on defense. They say, we got you now right where we want you. But of course, Anthony Njoku has other ideas. 5 receiver set. 3 on the left side of the formation. He drops back. Here comes a late blitz, and the pass is batted down, incomplete. And guess who? It is one of the finest defensive players in the district. Brandon Chambers, the senior linebacker, dashed through and slapped that pass right back into the face of Anthony Njoku. So the Office Depot in Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace, takes care of business. And the Bush Bronco defense took care of business right there, forcing the 3 and out. Antonio Rubio on to punt the football away. D'Antonio Hackworth back at his own 30-yard line. Good clean snap, no rush. Ball is in the air, and it's a beauty. And it lands at the 17-yard line, bounces straight up, and then bounces a little bit farther, and it stops at the 15-yard line. And that's where the Travis Tigers down it. Israel Akinlabi, last week's hero, as he got that interception that clinched the game against George Ranch. What of 4 interceptions for the Tigers last week. They have 1 interception tonight. Ball at the 15-yard line with 2:30 to go in the third quarter. Bush with a 10-7 lead. Will operate carefully here deep in their own end. There goes Cormier, has to dodge a tackler at the line of scrimmage, but once he gets going quickly, and he has 6 yards to set up a second down and 6. I'm sorry, second down and 4. I can add better than that. In fact, let me just reset the whole thing. He got 7 yards out of it, and it's second down and 7. And as the Broncos are ready to snap it out of the pistol formation, less than 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Cormier behind Hilder. Hilder takes the snap. Another give to Cormier, slants over the right tackle, and he's thrown down hard and something squirts out. It wasn't the football, but it is a tackle for loss. It'll be third down and 4 coming up.
Tackled by number 25 on the Tigers. Brings up third down.
That was Israel Akinlabi making another tackle on that play. Tyler Hilder comes over to the sideline and trots back in. When he gets to the huddle, we see there are 12 seconds left on the play clock. They break the huddle quickly. I have a feeling they're going to run a very familiar play. We're down close to 1:06 left in the quarter, and it's a fumble on the exchange. And jumping on it right away is Cormier to save the day. Actually, it's not Cormier. It's number 1 for Bush, and I never was able to flag down those Bush assistant coaches who go up to the press box.
Fumble recovered by number 1, Valentine.
I would really like to know who number 1 is. You know, it could be Henry Tatum. I'm just going to start calling him Tatum. 4th down and 5 after that fumble. They accepted a loss of 1. And it's Aduna ready to punt it away, standing at his 9. Low snap, but a good one. And it's a low punt, and it's a fair catch called for and made at the 44-yard line by Carmelo Ratliff. And with 17 seconds to go, it'll be Travis Ball again. 17 seconds to go in the third quarter, that is.
The 44-yard line. First down.
So they have it at their 44. Yards have been hard to come by, or at least big chunks of them anyway, have been hard to come by. And points even more so. 10-7 Bush. Njoku ready, takes the snap, drops straight back, setting up the screen, and he's got a completion. 45-yard line, 50, stiff arm, and knocked out of bounds at the 46. It's a big hit by Bush. It's an 8-yard gain and a big hit on Robert Sims. I believe it was D'Antonio Hackworth who made the hit. Actually, let's give credit to Chandler Davis.
First down.
Chandler Davis laying the wood to Robert Sims. But it is good for a first down. I said it was an 8-yard gain. It was actually a 10-yard gain and a first down. And that's how the third quarter ends. We'll be back. This is VypeFortBend.com.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows, free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through October 11th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
1st and 10 for Travis at the Bush 46 as we start the fourth quarter. The Tigers trailing the Bush Broncos 10-7. Bush won last week 10-3 over Elkins. Quarterback draw. Njoku cannot get out of the backfield. He dropped back to kind of sell what looked like a pass attempt, but Cozy Okorafor gets his second tackle for loss in the second half. It is a loss of 1, second down and 11. Press coverage by the cornerbacks for Bush. 3 receivers on the right. Njoku drops back, throws a slant for Sims, incomplete. The ball arrived at the same time that Ty Bickham, the defensive back, did.
Brings up third down.
Bickham trying to jump the route, could not quite get ahead of Sims to do so, but the officials ruled, and I think correctly, that he has every right to that football, and he was just going after the ball. You know, once it's airborne, you can go after it. Third down and 11 for the Tigers. Time has passed quickly in this game because of the Bush ball control. You don't know how many chances they'll have. Give to Ratliff, and he fumbled the ball. It's a scoop. It looks like it could be a scoop and score for the Bush Broncos. Inside the 5 and into the end zone. It's Bryce McDonald who scooped it up. Ratliff with the fumble. Ratliff fumbled it away. And it's a scoop and score for the Bush Broncos.
Touchdown.
So now they lead it 16-7 with the extra point to come. And Travis is really going to have to shift into a gear that they have not been able to find all night. Aiden Yeldon will come on and try to add the extra point. Tigers are going to rush this as hard as they can. Points are at a premium. Valentine to hold. Good snap and hold, and the kick is up and good by Yeldon. 17-7 is our new score. We'll be back. VypeFortBend.com. 11:18 to go. Bush on top of Travis.
First Tire and Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
Hi, this is Mariela and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Yeldon to kick it away for Bush. It's a semi-deep kick, and it bounces at the 20. It's rolling down to the 12 and now backtracking to the 8 and trying to bring it back for Travis. It ends up being a return to the 14-yard line for Robert Sims, but hold on, a flag comes in very late on the play.
Sims is a flag on the play.
And you know how it always seems to go, unless it's grabbing the face mask on Bush. More than likely it would be some kind of illegal block or a hold on the kickoff return. But they appear to be talking to Travis captains, so maybe that's good news for the Tigers, who trail 17-7. The Bush defense has played pretty lights out all night. And Bryce McDonald scooped up a fumble by the freshman Carmelo Ratliff. So Travis is going to have to pull off one of those scored twice in the last 11:07 of the game kind of comebacks. Personal foul? What? Rudy Guerrero, our referee, said personal foul, and then he turned around and wanted to talk to 3 members of his crew. The line of scrimmage right now appears to be the 13-yard line of Travis, but that's really not where the play ended. I'm sorry. It appears to be the 18 of Travis based on where the chains are. But the kickoff return basically went out to the 14. Then we saw the flag, and we still don't know what the flag is for.
On the offense. Do not step. Ball will be placed at the end of the run.
Okay, so Rudy Guerrero, our referee, said there was a penalty grabbing the face mask against Bush, the tackling team, and it was an illegal block by Travis, the kickoff return team. So they have the ball at their own 15 with 11:07 to go in the game. The Tigers are down by 10, and their usual flashy offense has been pretty much extinguished by Bush, except for one play, a 69-yard short pass to Jamison Singletary, and he took it to the house from 69 yards away in the final minute of the first half. That's the only time that the Bush defense has broken down and allowed a big play. I'm not really sure what the discussion is, but they were saying after those two penalties that the ball should be right at the end of the run, but now I think they are deciding something else. I think there's going to be another kickoff, and while we wait for it, we'll take a break and be back.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, Office Max, and OfficeDepot.com.
I guess it worked out okay for us at VypeFortBend.com. We owe our sponsors their allotment of commercials, and we were able to play a couple of extra ones there, and so it's just a do-over. Aiden Yeldon ready to kick off for Bush as the Broncos lead at 17-7 over Travis. Gets the kick into the air, and it is fairly short, and it's Dominic Njoku up the left hash marks, now cuts to his right, spins near the 35. A flag comes in late. He keeps on going all the way to the 42. You hear the whistles blowing, but I'm afraid at least part of this is going to be erased. Meanwhile, you have one of the Bush players, the guy who made the tackle, Henry Tatum. He was sitting down trying to alleviate some cramping in his legs. You know what? I'm still trying to figure out who that running back who wears number 1 for Bush is. And I'm pretty sure now that it's not Henry Tatum, because that was Henry Tatum. And there is an illegal block in the back penalty that backs up Travis to their own 21. With 10:57 to go. The Bush crowd chanting D up. Anthony Njoku drops back on 1st and 10. Rolls to his right, being pursued. Look out. Near the sideline. Finally lets it go deep down the field. And it's just beyond the outstretched fingers of D'Antonio Hackworth. And you might be saying, but Hackworth plays for Bush. Yeah, he was the closest player to that ball. But you know what? They had Robert Sims down there too. But the fact is, Bush was putting on such a heavy pass rush. It was Isaac Bouye along with Cozy Okorafor coming after Anthony Njoku, and he couldn't really throw it accurately. That play took 11 seconds, and the clock stops as the pass falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for Travis, trailing by 10 at their own 21. Njoku, quarterback draw, running away from the defense. Gets across the 30, 35 still going. 40, runs over a tackler. Leveled Hackworth and gets to the 44 before they push him back. That's a 23-yard run. Very impressive by Njoku, who will sacrifice his body, if need be. 1st and 10. That's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. Whistles prior to the snap. And it looks like maybe a timeout has been called. I believe it was. Timeout by Bush. We'll take it with him. This is VypeFortBend.com.
Everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
Okay, 1st and 10, Travis at their own 44, 10:32 to go. They trail by 10. Anthony Njoku drops back, has time. Throws deep down the far sideline, could be a jump ball. It is caught by Travis, but out of bounds. Gabriel Van Wyck caught it, but he had already established himself out of bounds, and that was good coverage. Shoulder to shoulder with him was Jedediah Aduna. Sets up a 2nd and 10. Travis sends in sophomore receiver Nufemi Rufai. 2 receivers on the left side of the formation. Give to Singletary, dropped in the backfield like a sack of rocks. And it's a big X out right there. Ofalayan. Like I said in the first half, his first name has 7 syllables, so I'm just going to have to call him O. Maybe I can call him Olu. Olu Afalayan. It's a loss of 3, and it's 3rd down and 13 for the Travis Tigers. Could be desperation time. Njoku drops back, steps up, throws far sideline over the head of Singletary, who had swung out of the backfield, and it's incomplete right there on defense. Bryce McDonald. And it's 4th down and 13, and with 9:46 to go, Travis reluctantly sends out the punting unit. So the Tigers really need a break. The way that the Bush Broncos have played tonight is just airtight. They have avoided the mistakes other than the early interception. Antonio Rubio to punt it away. Drew Sissom is about 6 yards from the line of scrimmage. They don't snap it short to him. I was thinking there might be a fake. And Rubio's punt gets to Hackworth. He takes it at the 17, back up the other way, 30-yard line, 35, 40, 45, back to the middle of the field. He may have something. He's got to beat Rubio. 40, 35, 30, 25, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, D'Antonio Hackworth. And that may be the kill shot for the Bush Broncos.
Punt return by number 21, Hackworth.
It is an 84-yard touchdown return on the punt. And I think you might say that Rubio outkicked his coverage. Hackworth's been waiting for that kind of opportunity all night, and he takes it to the house. It's now 23-7 with the extra point to come. And these Bush Broncos have absolutely dictated everything about the way the game has been played tonight. For the Bush Broncos, they have gotten a scoop and score. they have gotten that punt return for a touchdown, but they also had a 14-play drive for a touchdown. Kick by Yeldon, up and good. 24-7, Bush on top, and they are in control with 9:26 to go on VypeFortBend.com.
Hi, this is Mariela and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, Office Max, and OfficeDepot.com.
Okay, Bush is ready to kick off, and the fans over here on the home side of the stadium are feeling pretty good about the way things are going. Hayden Yeldon has been perfect on his kicks. 3 points after touchdown and one 43-yard field goal. So again, there just has been mistake-free football by the Bush Broncos. Dominic Njoku from the 12, straight up between the hash marks, now cuts a little bit right, up the field, 40, 45, and down to out to the 49-yard line. Nice special teams hit there. I'm not sure that Hassan Sunmonu didn't get the worst of it, but he did put an end to the kickoff return. So Travis with a little bit of hope here with 9:18 to go. They have good field position to start this drive. So let's talk strategy. They're down by 17, and so if they get a touchdown, there's no sense in going for two. It would not make sense. So they need a couple of touchdowns with extra point kicks and a field goal to tie it up. They give to Singletary on the first play, and he carries it forward for 5. There was immediate contact by Bush defensive personnel. Bryce McDonald finished him off. Bryce McDonald has scored on a fumble return. There goes Njoku running to the left. Nice little spin move at the end to avoid getting blasted. And he got away from it pretty easily, but Brandon Chambers finished off the tackle. The play goes out of bounds, and it leaves the Tigers 1 yard shy of a first down. 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, 5 brings up 3rd down.
3 receivers on the right side of the formation. Van Wyck is the only receiver on the left side of the formation. Free play, and Njoku got him to jump. He throws it down the far sideline. Ball in the air. Jump up, and the catch not made. It falls incomplete. Robert Sims was down there, and he was well covered, and Aduna has just been shadowing him all night. But it's okay for Travis, at least for the moment. Offsides on Bush. And Njoku, smart senior quarterback, knew it was a free play, so he just flung it down the field. And that'll set up Travis with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They trail 24-7. I know anybody who knows both these teams realizes that Bush, of course, had a great chance to win tonight, but I think they might be surprised to see that Bush is up by 17. On 1st and 10, draw play. Singletary has some daylight, but Chambers came in and tripped him up. And it looks like Singletary goes down. And listen to this. What you're hearing is the Bush fans, and I can interpret this.
22, Singletary.
They are thinking that Singletary was going down taking an injury just to conserve time. But he did bounce back up, and the play clock is at 20. In a very strange formation, all the Tigers in single file. Now they spread out in a conventional formation on 2nd down and 7. Here comes the fifth play of the drive, empty backfield. It's a throwback play. It is Sam Kinnick was wide open, but Njoku overthrew him at the 15-yard line. And there is a flag down.
Pass is incomplete. There's a flag on the play.
I wonder if this is an illegal formation by Travis. You see what Mr. Guerrero says. Okay, that is unsportsmanlike conduct against Brandon Chambers of the Bush Broncos. So that means 15 yards and another first down for Travis with 8:03 to go. I'm not sure what Brandon Chambers did. He's such a great player, he doesn't need to do anything that would cost his team. But the penalty yardage moves the ball down to the 19-yard line, and Travis continues on the march. They need to get into the end zone very quickly, trailing 24-7. Njoku drops back, has time, throws, end zone, and it's over the head of everybody. Hackworth was the closest one to him, and it was Robert Sims, the intended receiver, but Hackworth came over late, and I didn't see who was following him. But it's a penalty against Bush. A penalty against Bush, and the Broncos are helping the Travis Tigers out. So the pass goes incomplete, and it's a personal foul after the penalty. It'll be half the distance to the goal from the 19, walking it down to the 9.5. It's first and goal for the Travis Tigers. We're just under 8 minutes to go, so play after play, the clock keeps stopping without Travis having to spend any timeouts. They do have all three. Carmelo Ratliff is the freshman running back. There with Anthony Njoku. Njoku takes the snap, gives it off to Ratliff, and he's dropped immediately. Right in the backfield, and that is not Chambers. I thought it might be Chambers, but it's 41, Cozy Okorafor. He's made 5 tackles for loss in this game.
Brings up second down.
Takes it back from the 9.5 to the 14. 7.5 minutes to go. Travis ready to run a play. Njoku drops back, and he swings it out there, and the pass is intercepted! Intercepted at the 10-yard line by D'Antonio Hackworth, who saw Ratliff sneaking out of the backfield, and he followed him all the way. He makes a catch at the 10. It'll be Bush football with 7:20 to go. Now it is pound the rock time. The Broncos will try to run out the rest of the time. And unless something absolutely crazy happens, the Bush Broncos will capture the win. So they have made an application right here tonight by knocking off Travis to be in the playoff party. There are only 4 seats available for District 26A teams. Hilder, got to be careful, got the ball at his own 10-yard line. Turns around and hands it off to Cormier with 2 arms wrapped around the football, and he only gains 1, but that's not that important to Bush. Travis does have 3 timeouts, or actually, yeah, they have 3. They better start using them soon. After a 1-yard gain, it's 2nd and 9. By the way, on that last play, it was Anthony Oliver making the tackle. Hilder taking his time. We're under 7 minutes. Bush leading by 17. There's no way Bush is going to do anything but run the football right here. Cormier running right. Hit hard and dropped after a gain of a yard, maybe. I don't know who hit him really hard, but I would not have been surprised if his head had been rolling across the field. It was one of those hits. Maybe it was Parker Reed, not sure. But it is a 1-yard gain, 3rd down and 8. Travis not yet using their timeouts. And our referee, Rudy Guerrero, steps into the Bush huddle for just a moment. Play clock at 12 as they start to line up. Again, I think we're going to see them running the football. 6-minute mark, clock still ticking down. Hilder is going to throw the football, but he pulls it down now. Now he just tries to get something out of it, throws late, and throws out of bounds. Actually, the ball was caught. And very impressively, it was Alan Aldridge III. And he jumped up in the air and landed out of bounds. So it counts as an incomplete pass, and it stops the clock with 5:50 to go. The line of scrimmage is the 12. 4th and 8, time to punt. And you know the Tigers are going to be coming after this football. Carmelo Ratliff back to receive it. And it's Aduna in punt formation, standing just outside his own end zone. Low snap, it bounces in. He's in the end zone. He tries to get it out. It's blocked by Travis, and it goes out of the back of the end zone. There's 2 points. Travis can use any points, and that changes everything. With that safety, Travis will get the ball back, trailing 24-9 with 5:43 to go, and now they need 2 touchdowns. They'll need to kick the extra point after one of them and get 2 points after the other. We'll step aside and be back. This is VypeFortBend.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
First Iron Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firstironauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Iron Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugarland and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firstironauto.com.
Well, Travis fans, I apologize, but because I'm going solo tonight, I don't know who blocked that punt by Aduna. It was not really Aduna's fault. It was a low snap, and he had to reach down and get it. He did everything he could to get it away, but Travis blocked it. It flew out of the back of the end zone, so it's 24-9. The 2 points bring Travis to within 15, and now they're ready for Yeldon's kick. And it is going to come down to Dominic Njoku at his 36-yard line, up between the hash marks. Hit near the 50, but he's not down. Still fighting. Pushed back, and I think they're going to give him progress to the 46.
Kickoff return by number 1, Njoku.
10-yard return on that kick. So Travis has it.
It'll be first down Tigers.
At their own 46-yard line. 5:35 to go. They're down by 2 touchdowns. They've got to kick the extra point on one and get 2 points on the other. So it's a lot more doable after that safety. Njoku in spread formation takes the snap, drops back, gets rid of it quickly. Van Wyck makes a catch, and a nice one, but it's a short gain of 6 yards. He was going over the middle. He's actually limping off the field. I think Van Wyck has a cramp, but he's going to have to stay out there. And he's not going to be much good. They don't really need to cover him closely unless he's faking. And Njoku throws near sideline, incomplete. Pass was a little too high and hard for Nefemi Rufai, the sophomore receiver. And Nefemi is talented, but he's not a real big fella. So here we go, 3rd down and 4 to go for Travis. Van Wyck goes off the field. They have brought someone in to replace him. I'm not sure who it is. Yes, I am. It's John Okegwale. And now it is Njoku on the quarterback draw. Across the 40, still going. 35, bouncing off tacklers. Hanging on to the football. Brandon Chambers has him. A helmet comes off, and Njoku keeps going all the way to the 28. Wow, what a play. Wow. He was just not going to quit. He was running like his life depended on it.
Brought down by number.
The clock is at 4:56 as it stops to move the chains. Now it resumes running. The ball is just inside the 30. They marked him at the 29. 1st and 10 from there. Njoku drops back, gets rid of it quickly, high and incomplete. It was over the head of the short receiver, That was Robert Sims.
Brings up second down.
And behind him, I'm not sure who that receiver was. It was Drew Sissom. So kind of a pass that fell midway between two possible receivers. Second down and 10. Fifth play of the drive coming up. And this game will get really serious if Travis can finish off this drive with a touchdown. Njoku has to jump down to make sure he didn't lose the football, handed it off to Ratliff, and Okorafor dropped him right there. And the clock keeps running, 3rd and 13. Travis with 3 timeouts. Still haven't used any of them yet, obviously. 3rd and 13, they need to come up with a big play. They have not been able to hit on any really deep passes except for one. Njoku ready, 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left, drops straight back, has time. Now here comes the pressure, throws late, and the pass is almost intercepted by Chambers. Now one of the intended receiver, Robert Sims, is asking for a pass interference call, but there shouldn't be one because Chambers had tipped the pass before it got to Sims. So if the pass is tipped before it gets to the receiver, unless it's something egregious and it breaks some other rule, it's not going to be pass interference. So 4th down and 13. This may be the last hope for the Tigers. They have to convert here. Bush doesn't want to commit any penalties. It might be a free play. Flag is down. Njoku throws to the end zone. Deep and incomplete. I said flag down. I want to make sure there was one. I saw movement.
Pass is incomplete.
And maybe the down box was wrong. Nope, it ain't wrong. That was 4th down. Pass falls incomplete. No penalty. The Travis offensive linemen think that one of the Broncos had jumped across and the ball was snapped while he was in the neutral zone. But the officials didn't see it that way. We've got 3:58 to go. And Travis, it looks like they have come up short, and the Bush Broncos can now do nothing but pound the rock, run out the clock, and go home with a big win. Too bad the bands weren't here. They were otherwise occupied. Hilder takes the snap, hands it off straight ahead. Cormier bounces away, running, gets outside the numbers and dropped after a gain of 2, maybe 3. But the clock keeps ticking down, and now finally Travis uses one of those 3 timeouts. We'll step aside and be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows. Free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through October 11th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
Bush on 2nd and 8. Just going to try to protect the football. There is a handoff to Cormier coming to the right, and he's going to run out of bounds. That's not what his coaches wanted him to do. It's a short gain. I think he got 1 yard out of it. It's 3rd and 8. And I hope Travis didn't call a timeout. They didn't need to.
We got 3rd down.
3:41 to go. So Cormier should have slid, and yes, I see him tapping himself on the chest to communicate my bad. But not a lot of harm done there. But they did save Travis a timeout. 3:41 to go. Travis needs 2 touchdowns, but they don't have the football. There is a give to Cormier. He runs hard over the left side, and he gets to the 41-yard line, but he's a yard shy of the 1st down. and Travis takes a timeout with 3:32 left. So surely the Broncos wouldn't go for it on 4th and 1, would they? That's one of those situations where you think, all right, we got a great defense. We're ahead by 15. And the last time we tried to snap it to our punter, the ball bounced back there, and the results were nearly disastrous. That could have been a touchdown for Travis. It ended up being a safety that brought us to this 24-9 score. So Travis will talk about what they want to do, but I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if Bush came out here and just tried to gain the first down. And what they do, their bread and butter, is just to run straight ahead. Cormier walking out there slowly. He's behind Hilder. It'll be a pistol formation. Hilder trying to get Travis to jump. That was a hard count. Play clock is at 12. And Hilder asks for a timeout. Bush takes it. We'll take it with him. And we'll be back and see if Travis can figure out a way to get the ball back and score. We'll be back. They are down 24-9.
Hi, this is Mariela
and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Okay, well, that was a very short timeout. The Broncos punted it. Aduna did a great job. Let's see how far that punt went. 45-yard punt with no return. He kind of kept it low. Ratliff tried to fair catch it, but it just didn't land close enough to where he was. So here's the task for Travis. 3:22 to go. They're down by 15. They have it at their own 14-yard line. Anthony Njoku with two receivers on either side of the formation. He drops back, he throws to the near sideline, and the pass is tipped at the line. And let's see who got it. I believe it was Olu Afalayan.
Second down.
If it wasn't him, then it was Devin Moore. So that only took 4 seconds off the clock, but it's second down and 10 for the Tigers. This may be their last stand. They have one more timeout. Njoku dropping back, throws near sideline, got a catch, got a nice gain across the 30, still going, and out of bounds just short of their own 40-yard line as he got the ball to Nifemi Rufai. And I hear a whistle, and it's because of an injured player for Bush. Isaac Bouye is down. Looks like he might be cramping. We'll take a break and be back. This is VypeFortBend.com.
First Iron Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firstironauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Iron Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firstironauto.com.
Bouye got off the field okay. And here's a fourth play of the drive by Travis, and it's an incomplete pass next to the sideline over here.
Pass is incomplete, intended for number 3, Van
So that was an outstanding play on that, the one right before, the one on which Bouye was injured or was cramping up. And that got Travis to their own 39. Now they have a 2nd and 10. Bush just needs to play good, solid defense as they have all night. Flushed out of the pocket to the right. And Njoku looking down the field, now looking for the sideline, going down the far sideline, still going, and picks up a first down at the 49 of Bush. Yeah, that'll move the sticks. He knew exactly where he was and exactly where he needed to run. Going out of bounds, stops the clock with 2:56 to go. 24-9, Bush on top. They played a masterful game. Travis trying to pull it out of the fire. Njoku drops back, rolls to his left, steps up. Now he's going to run. Cannot get away. Yes, he does. He's still going, and he gets to the 45, and now Travis may have to take a timeout. But there might be an injury timeout. There are a couple of Bush players down. One of them is Cozy Okorafor, who almost had himself another tackle for loss. And now I believe that Bush is going to wait out an injury, and it's one of their own players. So we'll take one more break and be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Hi, this is Mariela and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Braylon James Green of Bush came off the field having cramps. It's 2nd down and 6 for Travis. Clock running with 2:32 to go, and Njoku takes the snap. Gets rid of it quickly, far sideline. Catch made and quickly out of bounds. No, actually, it was not caught. Gabriel Van Wyck had the ball knocked out of his arms by Paul Omodia. So it's 3rd down and 6 for Travis. They still have one timeout, and they need 15 points to tie this game up. It's been a frustrating night for Travis. It would be a miracle if they could pull this one out, but there is still time. On 3rd and 6, Njoku drops back. Here comes the rush. He gets rid of it. Incomplete over Sims's head, and we'll have a 4th and 6 to come.
Pass incomplete intended for number 4, Sims will bring up 4th down.
So this is definitely the last gasp for Travis. If they do not convert on this 4th down, Bush can just start celebrating right now. Travis does have the one timeout, but Bush would be able to run out nearly all of the time simply by taking a knee. 4th and 6, here we go. Blitz look by the Broncos, and Njoku will get rid of it. Sideline, knocked away by Hackworth. Incomplete, intended for Van Wyck, and that'll do it. That is definitely the death blow in this game. The Bush Broncos are going to walk away with a 24-9 win. VypeFortBend.com broadcasts of Fort Bend County High School sports are brought to you by Xfinity, the future of awesome. By First Tire and Automotive. Make sure your vehicles are in shape for the fall. First Tire and Automotive has 4 great locations, including First Colony, Eldridge Road in Sugar Land, Great Wood, and also Katy Cinco Ranch. All locations open Monday through Saturday. For the best prices on tires, go to firsttireandauto.com. By Nick's Italian Restaurant on FM 1464 in Sugar Land, just a few hundred feet north of Austin High School. At Nick's Italian Restaurant, their family gets bigger every time you stop by. By Archer Volkswagen on the southbound side of Highway 59, just inside the Sam Houston Tollway. Open since 1956 and ready to serve you. You'll feel like family at Archer Volkswagen. By the Needville Insurance Agency. Bradley Stavanaugh and his team are your hometown trusted agents. Yeah, Flo's funny. The Gecko's cute. I like them both, actually. But they won't have the best rate for you. That is customized by Bradley Stavanaugh and his team at Needville Insurance Agency. In fact, I have Progressive Insurance from Bradley Stavanaugh because he found it as the best rate for me. But you should go through him because he can customize your coverage. Call 979-793-7411 or you can visit NeedvilleInsurance.com. Just remember, you don't have to go to Needville. Just call Bradley. He'll take care of it. Or you can do everything online at NeedvilleInsurance.com. And Office Depot in Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace, taking care of business every day. So VypeFortBend.com can bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. So on the first play, Bush ran Cormier to the left. He slid down rather than go out of bounds. That forced the Tigers to use their final timeout. 2nd down and 7. Hilder going to take the snap. Will he take a knee? No, he does give it to Cormier, running left, hit hard, hangs on to the football, and the clock ticks under 2 minutes, and there's nothing left that Travis can do to stop it. So we'll talk about what's going to happen next week. Travis has a must-win game against the Clements Rangers, and it's on a Saturday night at 6 o'clock, and we'll have it for you on VypeFortBend.com. Our Friday game next week is Marshall against Willow Ridge. The winner of that game will be the champion of their particular Class 5A Division II district. And on Thursday night, Kempner taking on Hightower. The Hurricanes looking very, very good in Class 5A Division I. 3rd down and 4, clock at 1:24. And Broncos snap it with just 2 seconds on the play clock. And forward they push it. Cormier got a first down. And that means that all that's going to happen the rest of the way is taking a knee. Actually, they said that Cormier went down 1 yard shy of the first down, but it still doesn't matter. It's 4th down, and Bush will run it down as far as they possibly can, and then they'll either take a knee or punt it. The play clock is at 17. The game clock is at about 50. So there will still be between 35 and 40 seconds on the clock when Travis gets a shot at it. We'll hear a whistle soon. And that whistle blows with 35 seconds to go. So Bush can either go for it on 4th and less than 1. They can punt it. They can take a knee. It really doesn't matter either way. Travis might possibly get the football. But if they do, there will be a minimum of time, and they have no timeouts. So, Bush, you can go ahead and start gloating. Your guys played so great tonight. So, let's see. Does anybody in the district other than Ridge Point have a loss? Have an undefeated record. That's what I meant to ask. Well, that's Bush. Yes, it is Bush and Ridge Point who have the undefeated records in District 26A. Hilder in the spread formation. Hands it off to Cormier. Goes over the right side. In fact, straight up the middle. It's a first down. Bush makes the first down. They're going to run the clock, and that'll be the final snap of the game. And the Bush Broncos celebrating, and well, they should. They were the better team tonight. And it's back to the drawing board for the Travis Tigers, who probably thought that this would be a win for them, but Bush has that rough, rugged defense, ball control, and they made it work masterfully. They even got a defensive touchdown on the scoop and score by Bryce McDonald. Well, it's been a great day of football, especially for the Rosenberg Terry Rangers, who beat Kempner this morning, and tonight for the Bush Broncos. For my good friend and producer Merle Bertrand, for Patrick Kinnick, for everyone on the Vype team, we thank you so much for being with us. Our final score, Bush wins by a score of 24-9 over the Travis Tigers, and we will talk to you on Tuesday night when we bring you Tuesday night volleyball at Dulles, the Lady Vikings hosting the Ridge Point Panthers. There are no bands to play the school song as we say goodbye, so I will just say good night. God bless you. Thank you so much for supporting Vype, FortBend.com, your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports.